Sport with GOAT modes that go over any type of terrain for the great outdoors. And check out the iconic Ford Mustang and its exhilarating performance. To the ones who keep America moving, these President's Day Sell-a-thon deals are for you, and it's your chance to save on your brand new Ford vehicle. Hurry in today to your local California Ford dealer. The President's Day Sell-a-thon ends February 16th. Based on S&P Global Mobility 1946 to current U.S. total new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sac-Town Sports 1140. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SactownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day.
It is a Carmichael Dave special to, your show's about to start. Here's a grenade.
Yes. It's going to blow up the whole studio.
Now, ignore that.
And go on air.
He was just telling us stories, which we cannot repeat on air.
No.
Of the way radio used to be.
Correct.
And again, I grew up listening to this station and listening to Dave's night show. And I remember things that Dave did on the night show that are very, very tame compared to how old night shows used to be, but still would not fly today. Mm-hmm. I do think radio is in a better spot today, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But, the secondhand just cringe and fear. Because everybody who works in this business, hi, Matt George, Kayla Anderson, Kyle Ledbetter, especially when we work in TV news, there's that fear of the dreaded cancellation.
Oh,
right?
yes.
It always exists for no matter what you do.
Yeah, and it's on social now.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
I ain't really worried.
Well, good for you, buddy.
Oof.
You have time to recover. If Kayla and I, it's kaput. There's nothing else we're doing.
No.
And they're hypersensitive about that.
Yes.
In this day and age, it's a badge of honor.
I
do not.
adamantly disagree with that.
I know, I'm being sarcastic.
Adamantly disagree.
It's the crazy, like the digging sometimes that people will do on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good thing social media for me didn't exist until a while ago. Like, I wasn't on a lot of it until, 15 years ago, and I still was not. I'm a professional.
Yeah,
so,
this is I started my social media in high school.
Yeah.
And, I've been
right.
I didn't do anything bad in high school. Let's put it that way. I'm just glad I didn't do anything bad in high school.
Good thing I didn't have it in high school.
This is going to sound like a joke, but I'm genuinely serious about this. Whoever is good at using the Twitter/X search feature enough to go back and find problematic stuff in the past, can you teach me how to use that freaking thing?
That's wild.
I try to look up popular tweets or big moments on Twitter that I have participated in. Going back to here's the video that I posted of the opening ceremony before Kings Warriors game 1. I can't find the damn thing.
I think it changed since X took over, to tell you the honest truth, because I used to be able to go back. I like to do those things where we're like, we were really wrong or we were really right. And so you can look up those types of things, or you used to be able to. Mm-hmm. You're right. Now I can't find what I'm looking for.
You can't find anything. You have to put your name and the date range, but even the date range doesn't show all the freaking tweets in that date range, because I know I tweeted something out on blah, blah, blah date about blah, 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 but you don't show. Stupid. I don't get it. I don't understand any of it. So if you're smart enough to cancel people on social media because you know how to search that well, teach me. Not to cancel, but teach me how to search.
Teach me how to cancel.
Teach me how to cancel. Teach me how to cancel. I do not understand search features on social media. I'm also learning in general. I just don't. I'm not on TikTok. TikTok
not?
Confuses that. I am the old man that gets Instagram reels a week and a half after they've been on TikTok. And I show someone's like, Matt, that's old. I'm like, it's funny.
You're
though.
like, it's funny.
Yeah.
They're like, that was last week's trend.
Yeah. I'm an IG Reels for sure, but I'm lame on Instagram. I don't know how to do the Instagram game.
I'm not a big I like to do stories, but that's about all.
Yeah. I just started doing stories because stories are stupid to me. Yeah. I'm like, it just goes away. What's the point?
I like to do it to let people know I am still, I'm still going because
alive?
I don't put really much on my posts anymore. That just takes too much time.
Exactly.
And it's just.
I will say Instagram's pretty washed now.
Instagram's kind of baity too.
It's washed? What's the cool thing now then?
It's TikTok, but
so I ain't doing
overwhelming.
that. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, no, I don't do TikTok. I'm just saying, as someone who used to be great at Instagram and was very popular on Instagram.
You did all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not fun anymore. It's just repurposed TikTok. Instagram is going the way of Facebook, where it's just repurposed whatever the young kids like, because young people aren't going to Instagram primarily for their content creation, shall we say. It's all TikTok. So Instagram is just repurposed TikToks now.
TikTok is you watch 2 seconds and you scroll to the next. It's just crazy.
It's
I don't do that. I actually
it's
get
no attention span video.
No.
It's just
exactly
great. Making 6 seconds of content. I mean, I still like Vine. Remember Vine?
I remember
do it for the Vine.
It was a very hot second.
Oh,
Vine was alive.
Vine was how Logan Paul was discovered. Yeah. There's some.
It gave people some careers.
You can send me down a rabbit hole of just classic Vines from college. Oh,
they were trying to bring it back.
Were they?
It's too late. Wow. Too late.
College is also crazy because that was middle school for me.
Yeah, well, we know. Yeah, no, I'm outside of X, and I even calling it X just makes me.
I hate calling it X, by the way.
Vomit.
Can we go back to
Twitter.
Just calling it Twitter?
Yeah, it's Twitter. Outside of Twitter,
stupid.
And I know Twitter's a cesspool too. Don't get me wrong. But
outside,
I know how.
Cesspool.
I know the game. I know the Twitter game.
So, same here.
I don't know anything else. Yeah. I know nothing else. Facebook, know nothing. It's all my mom's friends. I don't.
Facebook's the worst.
I know nothing. And apparently now, everything I post on Instagram just shows up on Facebook. So it's 2 for 1.
It's linked because it's Meta.
Yep.
So that's why.
Meta, great.
Oh, it's Meta?
Yeah.
That's very chill of you.
Don't know any of that. Don't know.
Yeah.
None of that. Doesn't mean anything to me.
That's what I saw. The latest was that because it was connecting Instagram and Facebook through I have a professional page for Facebook and a private page, and it connects to my professional page.
Huh.
So I'm at first I was what's going on? Why is all? And then I realized there's a connection thing.
You know what app was super big when I was in college, but I never got it and I never used it. Snapchat.
Oh, I did.
No. Like when Snapchat first came out, no.
Snapchat was the thing in high school. Like everyone had it.
Funny filters, but Snapchat was made to be weird and creepy. Nope.
Well, some people made it weird and creepy.
I was never a Snapchat person either. Every one of my friends was like, Snapchat. Nope. I was not on Snapchat.
Good for you.
Yep. I'm not saying that
like
I'm. No, it's not like I'm cool. I don't get it. I don't get what to do with it. It's just an app on my phone. I open a video, which is funny because one of my first interactions with my now wife was through Snapchat.
What?
And I
Did you send her like a quick picture?
That sounds horrible.
I don't mean it like that.
No, she sent
a selfie.
She sent like a picture out to like a bunch of her friends that I then responded to that created a conversation.
It was like a group.
Yeah,
send out.
Correct, and it was like a picture of her doing softball something or another. I don't know.
Did she play at Jessup?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was first All-American in
That's
Jessup's
awesome.
history.
What position did she play?
Catcher. She's a catcher, and she was the leading home run hitter in the school's history until it just got broken 2 years ago.
Good for her. I freaking love softball. Much respect.
No, she was a beast. She is the hope for our child, my son Arthur, being
having
athletic.
Athleticism.
Yep. If he's like Dad, he's screwed.
He's got a shot at the league though.
It's all wasted height. It's all wasted height. And my son, I'll be honest with you, my son is not the most coordinated kiddo in the world. He gets hurt breathing. Like this kid just wakes up. He's 4 years old.
Hurt breathing.
He's 4 years old. He's been to the emergency room.
Oh.
Yeah, in the hospital 4 times now. First time was not a joke. The first time a mirror fell and broke over his head.
Not good.
That was awful.
It's not good.
Second one was he got into all this on my wife's watch, by the way. I'm innocent in this.
Immediately throwing her under the bus.
100%, because I am the helicopter parent.
It wasn't me.
I am the helicopter parent.
You are?
Well, but compared to my wife's like...
Well, because she's like... softball,
she's like rub dirt in it. Yeah. I'm
whatever.
like, are you okay? But also now my son gets hurt doing so many things. I just look at him and go like, what did you learn?
Yeah.
But the second time he got into baking soda, this was the worst time because my wife didn't know. I was at work. My wife didn't know if he ate it or not. We have no idea. He just got into it.
But baking soda is not like, it can't kill you.
No, but it can be poisonous if you eat too much of it. It can mess with you.
Because I know you can brush your teeth with it and stuff.
So we have to go to the emergency room and sit there for poison control, which what that means is they have to monitor you for 6 hours to make sure you don't have any reaction to it. But what that means is, and my son is like maybe 3 years old, maybe.
Oof.
We had to sit in a emergency room, waiting room for 6 hours with a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
and I asked, can we just go home and if something happens, bring him back? And the nurses are like, no, because if something happens, we need to get to him right away. So I don't think he ever ate anything. He was fine. We sat in an emergency room for 6 hours for no reason. That was the worst one.
And a big hospital bill afterward.
Yeah. Yes. That was the third one was he fell while playing at the playground, again on my wife's watch, and split his lip almost up to his nose.
Oh.
Had to get stitches. And then the last one was fairly recently. He broke his arm playing red light, green light. So.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little worried for you, Matt.
No, my kid, he gets hurt but my son is fearless.
Well, so maybe he could be like a BMX rider or something.
Maybe. He might be. Because when I was a kid, I was a wimp. I was a baby.
Really?
I was scared of everything. I was super outgoing, but like roller coasters, nah.
Didn't do it.
Jet skis, nah. None of that. I was scared of all of it. Like I was just a little fraidy cat. My son, I put him on Guardians of the Galaxy, the ride at Disneyland at 4 years old, and he's like, again.
He has your wife's mentality, but the coordination of you.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Does that sound right? I don't know.
He's very smart, though.
Yeah.
Which I don't know who he gets that
you've
from.
Got it, yeah.
Probably more my wife.
Probably both you guys.
Yeah, well.
You got the best of both worlds.
We're trying to limit the emergency room visits.
Yeah, that could get pricey.
Oh.
I know my dad didn't like the ones he had to make for me. So.
Pricey is an understatement, let me tell you.
I never had to do it once for my dad, although my brother did one time have to have a pretty bad trip to the emergency room. But other than that, We were good.
Yeah, no, my son gets hurt all the time. Gets hurt all the time. But the hospital bill, guys, isn't as bad as the fines that the Utah Jazz and Indiana Pacers had to pay. Am I right?
Segue, Matt.
Look at that.
Hey!
That was a really good segue.
It's a Friday segue.
It's a Friday segue. And welcome into the show. Matt George, Kayla Anderson, Kyle Ledbetter on the other side of the glass. Thank you for spending your Friday before All-Star Weekend with us here. I think we're all enjoying the fact that there's no Kings basketball for a little while. Little sigh of relief.
Nice.
Little break from all the action. And we got a lot on today's show. We're right now about to dive into the NBA fining the Jazz $500,000 and the Pacers $100,000. And what does this mean? It's kind of opening up a can of worms. The NBA All-Star specific rosters have been announced. We'll look at all three teams and why Team World is just way better than everybody else, or at least they would be if everybody was healthy. We're going to draft our own All-Star starting five as well on this show. A fun segment that I think Kings fans will want to get involved in. You can go back and change one Scott Perry decision from last summer.
Ooh.
What do you change? We'll talk about
everything.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, really. Bobby Gerald, the son of the legendary Gary Gerald, he is a draft expert. He has dedicated his life to not just knowing who AJ Debansa and Cam Boozer and these guys are. Oh no, he is all about guy that won't get drafted but could be a star out of the G League 3 years from now.
Love it.
He knows everything. Like, he knew everything about Keon Ellis, knew everything about Dylan Cardwell. Like, he is dedicated to the game. He loves the scouting element. He will join us at noon to talk about this draft class, as well as a lot of prospects that we'll be keeping an eye on, as it's going to be a busy weekend in college basketball, so that'll help get us through the time with no Kings basketball. And ESPN put out overhaul tiers for the 18 NFL teams that missed the playoffs. We'll go through those different tiers, Kyle's curveball as well at the end of the show. Lots to get to on this Friday, and we appreciate you spending your Friday with us before the holiday weekend. Congratulations and shout out to everybody who's enjoying that holiday weekend. But the NBA fined the Jazz $500,000 for their violation of the competitive policy. It's just anti-tanking, essentially. It's like a tanking fine. Indiana Pacers also got $100,000.
What's the difference in terms of like Jazz 500 versus
I think the Jazz
amount of players that were maybe benched?
I think it's multiple occasions versus the Pacers is just one instance. Funny enough, the Pacers instance was against the Utah Jazz. So in the statement, it says the Utah Jazz organization has been fined $500,000 for conduct detrimental to the league related to the team's games against the Orlando Magic on February 7th and the Miami Heat on February 9th. During those games, the Jazz removed two of the team's top players, Larry Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr., before the beginning of the fourth quarter and did not return them to the game, even though those players were otherwise able to continue to play and the outcomes of the games were thereafter in doubt. A very egregious instance of these guys have played. They can play. The game's not won. We're obviously not playing them because we don't have interest in winning. It's
very
so
obvious.
Egregious that I think the NBA feels confident that, hey, we can slap on a $500,000 fine.
Did you see his comments? The
owner?
Yeah, the owner.
He's like, agree to disagree. We won the game in Miami.
And he did like an emoji.
Listen,
I was like, all right, Savage.
But we all know what you're doing.
All
But
right.
here's the thing. We all know what everybody's doing. We know what the Kings are doing. We know why Zach LaVine's pinky is hurting him for 4 straight games or whatever, and it probably is going to go longer than that. We know why Demontis Sabonis is in no rush to come back, or the Kings are in no rush to bring Demontis Sabonis back. Like, we get this. The game's the game. And where the gray area gets tough and the NBA has to work their way through is everything is so subjective and so situational that what constitutes fine worthy and what doesn't, and what are the fine tiers? Like, exactly why does Utah get $500,000 versus why do the Pacers get $100,000? It's messy. And there's a statement in here from NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who's going to have quite the press conference on Saturday, tomorrow, let me tell you. And he says, overt behavior like this that prioritizes draft position over winning undermines the foundation of NBA competition, and we will respond accordingly to any further actions that compromise the integrity of our games. Additionally, we are working with our competition committee, CC, and the Board of Governors to implement further measures to root out this type of conduct.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's Adam Silver saying, if it's blatantly obvious, we're going to get you for it. But the Jazz and the Pacers are going, yo, there's 10 other teams that are doing it.
Sure.
So it's messy.
I think the timing is always convenient too, because he's doing this pretty much the day before the All-Star break.
Yes.
And because I think it's been such a topic of conversation, not only locally and on this show, because we have the Sacramento Kings, and they're clearly in that more organically tanking, in my opinion, way of thinking, but it is part of the tanking. But this has been a topic for like 2 weeks straight, and it's only heated up. And so it's like, all right, convenient now. We are laying down these big fines with the two more obvious teams that did it, like you said, with more of a trail to like proving that was kind of what they were doing without proving it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny that Adam Silver, maybe he thinks he could skirt away from a couple questions from tanking by laying down some fines. No, it's going to make it more complicated.
There was a public outcry element to this too, because everybody was jumping on the Utah Jazz for this. And I mean, again, Jazz, you found a creative way to obviously tank.
Yep.
And everybody else is doing the other obvious way to tank. And it's like when you separate yourself from the pack with how you do it, you're going to be the one that's isolated. You're going to be the one that's picked out. And that's what's going on in this case. I understand any Jazz fan or Jazz owner or anybody who's going, why are we getting hit when everybody else is doing it? But it's also because everybody else is doing it the way that it's always been done. Doesn't make it better. It's just the NBA is looking at that and going, we don't know how to handle that. We don't know how to handle the teams that are resting their guys or keeping their guys out with these side hustle injuries. But when you have guys that are blatantly out because of rest, or you're obviously not playing them to end a game that is close, like you're not, Will Hardy is in that situation not doing anything to disguise it. And I don't think Will Hardy wants to.
Well, he came out and said all that.
I don't think Will is doing it obviously to point out how stupid it is, but he's supposed to do it. Like Will Hardy does not look happy at all having to do it, but
I'm sure he's not.
They all understand the game. I guarantee you this, Will Hardy would be happier with AJ Debansa on his team next year than he would the 8th pick or whoever that might be.
But just like Doug Christie, in terms of a competitor, like these coaches, they're coaching to keep their jobs.
Right.
And I know that Will Hardy, obviously they believe in him and he's going to be there. But they're still like, we don't want to sit out here and purposefully tank. But if my front office is saying, yo, Will, hey, by the way, we got to sit these guys in the 4th. And guess what? I mean, we kind of can in some of these games because versus Sacramento is a complete blowout.
Yeah.
But it's like, they also know what they were going to get in this situation.
Well, also from a coaching perspective, too, like your overall record is impacted regardless.
Yeah.
Like no one's going to look at Doug Christie's overall record as a coach and it be as bad as it is and look in the history books and see you own the longest losing streak in franchise history and go, well, they were tanking that year. No, Doug Christie's a bad coach. So if Will Hardy loses a bunch of games because for good reason, and that lowers his win percentage. And we, in the grand scheme of things, when Will Hardy is being talked about as, is he a Hall of Fame coach or not? Well, he's only won 40% of his games or whatever, or that year he lost.
It does affect it
impact.
overall.
Just like if a player like Zach LaVine plays 20 minutes instead of 32, and all of his averages drop because he's playing 12 less minutes a game, that has a negative impact on how you look at and how you judge those players. This is all things that each individual is talking about for their own reasons, in addition to competitively, it just feels icky. But it's understandable. It's a strategy.
Yeah.
So the NBA is, Adam Silver is just going to face the firing squad a little bit with this.
Did you hear Sean Cunningham's idea this morning on the morning show?
I didn't. I heard Dave's
Here's
relegation
Sean Cunningham.
idea.
Who? I don't know.
We know who he is.
His relegation idea, Dave's relegation idea, I thought was interesting, but I don't think the NBA wants to fundamentally change the way the game is. And that's what a lot of these ideas are. But what was Sean's idea?
Sean's idea was having the lottery like now. Like
the odds are set now.
Yeah. Something around like I think that's what it was.
So you're just changing when the tanking happens?
So wouldn't that make...
because you're starting, I mean, I don't know, because you look at the start of the season, no one's trying to tank from the top.
But wouldn't that encourage tanking from the top if you just start the lottery earlier? Like, well, I got to lose immediately now.
Well, I don't know, because look at the Kings. Like, at first, I feel like they were like, let's just give it a shot, see what we have.
Sure.
And then at some point, they were just like, we don't have it. Now we're going to start.
Right.
So I don't know if that would be the mindset. Like, you start to see, like, I think the point of it was like nobody wants to start the season just by like, we're putting out crap product from the start.
Yeah, I mean, but what the Utah Jazz had, because obviously now we have the context of there's Jaren Jackson Jr. on that team.
And there's also the opposite. I get what you're saying. There's the opposite effect that's going on.
But that's the argument you can make with every single situation. Yeah. That's the point. Like I can present an idea that I think is brilliant.
Yep.
And Kayla, you can tear it down in 3 seconds. And vice versa. That's the mess with this entire situation.
But the fact that we're even all having these conversations all the time across the league, that means there's a problem. That means something's got to be tweaked or something's got to be at least fixed in terms of whatever it be. The tanking problem, the what is it?
Load management.
Excuse me. Like, there are things that need to be tweaked.
See, I agree that it is an issue. I just think it's the most popular issue right now. That's why so many people are talking about it the amount that they are. Because, again, a couple years ago when I was in Salt Lake City for the All-Star game, and I attended Adam Silver's press conference, and that almost the major topic of that press conference, other than relocation, he's asked about it all the time, the major topic of that press conference was how do you make the regular season matter more for the good teams?
Sure.
And how do you limit the good teams resting Giannis or resting star A or B or C for the play? It was like the Greg Popovich thing.
And they fixed that kind of.
Kind of.
Like it's just, not a whole.
But we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about now the bottom.
Tanking.
And I think and like we talked about yesterday, I'm not dismissing it and saying it's not a problem.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the people that are complaining about it, like why would I watch? My argument is you're not watching the Utah Jazz or Washington Wizards or Sacramento Kings anyway. You're not.
But
you're
people in those markets are.
Sure. But I would argue Kings fans are going to watch no matter what unless the product is so bad like it is right now. But I don't think the Kings the Kings are a very unique situation because just the Kings fans are going to watch one anyway. And two, the Kings are bad because they're terrible, not because they're actively trying to be bad.
But do you think this is to me, it's the upper management of all these teams that are fighting for the best shot to get the number 1 overall pick, the number 2. Maybe this is a theory, putting this out there this year, because this is one of the best drafts that we have seen in a very, very long time. Maybe this is why this is a topic of conversation, because there are so many teams that want to be there to get one of these really good guys.
I don't fully agree with that. I think the draft class is good, but we've seen bigger stuff like during the Wemby draft.
But I'm saying, I guess I'm just saying like
there's more talent.
The talent at the top.
See, I think it's what we talked about yesterday. I think because there's so many ridiculous pick protections out there, you have teams tanking against each other just to keep their pick, not to win the lottery, but just to keep their assets because there's so much convolution with draft picks.
Which maybe that again needs to be fixed.
I think that's one of the ways you start is you fix some of these pick protections.
Yeah, pick protections.
They're messy.
This year's also just a unique year because of what we were talking about earlier in the week, where it's like Dallas and Milwaukee have to get their picks this year because they don't have them in the future, and the pick protections, and the normal tanking teams, and the Pelicans who are just bad.
It's like if it were 4 teams that were tanking for the top 4, we wouldn't be hearing the outcry. But the Utah Jazz are tanking, not just to get a top 4 pick, ideally, but to hold on to picks. The Indiana Pacers are tanking to hold on to the picks because of the ridiculous protections that they throw. It just makes it more convoluted. It makes it even more messy because now you have even more motivation outside of I want Darren Peterson on my team to tank. Yeah. And the more reasons you give someone to tank, the more teams you're going to have tanking because now they have more reasons. So I think it starts with these pick protections and everything, and that doesn't solve the problem, but it just makes it less busy, as I feel like this year is. We'll take the break. When we come back, Pool Guy Mark is on hold. He has a tanking idea that he wants to share with us. Plus, ESPN's MLB win projections and playoff odds are out. Where do the Giants and A's fall on that list? We'll share that with you. Matt and Kayla are just getting started here on this Friday, Sactown Sports.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The President's Day Sell-a-thon is on at Folsom Lake Ford. And with your approved credit, get 0 down, low finance rates, plus huge factory incentives on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford. Tell them Coach Christie sent you. See dealer for details.
You remember me from a show called And Joe? I'm back on the radio, Sacramento. It's Joe Mami, and when you need your new country fix, join me weekdays from 6 to 10 for the Pat and Cody with Joe show on New Country 105.1 KNCI or on the free KNCI app.
It's President's Day sale time at Big O Tires. Now through February 22nd, buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Plus, you'll get our industry-leading ProTech Plus warranty for free. Disposal fees extra that go with other offers. See Big O dealer for pricing.
The winter service event is on at Maida Subaru. Now is the time to let Maida Subaru get your Subaru road ready for the winter weather with exceptional savings on tires, brakes, wiper blades, and more. See all the service specials at MaidaSubaru.com.
2 iconic comedians, 1 night of laughs. David Spade, Dana Carvey.
In 1998, they invented the cordless mic. Now let me just, listen, Paramount Theater, let's not jump on trends.
Even in the best marriage, at one point, you look over and go, not my best choice.
Friday, February 27th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Tickets on sale now at visitthundervalleyresort.com. David Spade and Dana Carvey together.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. And more. Line dancing live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. It's the perfect Valentine's gift. Surprise them with live country music and dancing. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center and Hilton Sacramento. For more info, visit CITPFest.com. From Sony Pictures Animation, the studio that brought you Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, comes GOAT, the original action comedy set in an all-animated world. The story follows Will, a small goat who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros. Executive produced by Stephen Curry. GOAT in theaters today.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Matt and Kayla on Sac-Town Sports 1140.
Congratulations to Chris Paul on an incredible career. I know the last few years have been marred a little bit, but Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards ever, period. CP3, NBA legend, absolutely first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he is eligible to be a Hall of Famer. Congratulations to a great career for Chris Paul, who was waived by the Raptors today and then quickly after that announced his retirement. And another guy named from that generation that is gone. It's LeBron and Durant left.
Yep.
Steph, LeBron, Durant, Steph. Is that our final 3? Do we have more?
I mean, Westbrook is what?
Yeah, Westbrook. That's true. Westbrook and DeRozan, but yeah, maybe James Harden.
Yeah, maybe Harden. I put Harden in it.
There is technically one more that we're forgetting from the 2006 draft class, Kyle Lowry.
No.
That only a matter of time. He actually got a really cool ovation. He was in Toronto with the Sixers earlier this year, and the Toronto crowd chanted for him, and they subbed him in the fourth quarter, and he got a really big ovation, which is cool. Kyle Lowry.
Cool.
Lowry
Kevin
was
Love.
Kevin Love is in Utah.
Yeah. I love Kevin Love.
Lowry was a bucket in Toronto, man.
Yeah. For sure.
He and DeRozan together.
Yep.
Woo!
Oh, one more player from the 07 draft class, Al Horford.
Oh, Oh, gosh.
Big
Yeah.
Al.
How can we forget?
It's because Al should have retired like 3 years ago.
That's insane.
I think officially Chris Paul's the last player from the 05 draft class.
Yeah. And Chris Paul, by the way, I kind of feel bad. Like, I don't feel bad for him personally, but, like, it kind of went out in a weird way.
Yeah,
like,
not the way you
flame
want
went
to
out.
leave. He limped off, and then, of course, all the drama with the Lakers or Clippers. Yeah, just not the best. But
Also from the 07 draft class, Jeff Green.
yeah, he definitely needs to go. All right, pool guy Mark, welcome into the show. You have an idea for tanking.
Well, at the end of the day, you want, the worst teams to get a chance at the best talent, you know, especially, Sacramento. The lottery is a joke, right? I mean, to me, it's got to be about the record, but you have this competition committee. I mean, why don't they just adjust the draft order on teams like, you don't want Indiana. I mean, come on, they got a great roster. They got a guy that's hurt. They would adjust the lottery order. I mean, they have this competition committee. I mean, Vegas seems to know who the worst teams are. I mean, why can't the NBA just give the lottery order by the teams, the makeup of the – I mean, it would be kind of political and convoluted, and it probably is impossible. But to me, it's the only thing that makes sense other than just getting rid of the lottery completely. That's about it.
Thank you, pool guy Mark. You could make a House of Cards show off of that committee. But here's the thing. If that were to be legitimate, that entire committee has to be completely, within the NBA, has to be completely anonymous. You can't know who these people are. You can't influence them in any kind of way. Owners can't know who they are. That has to be...
It's like a jury.
The draft lottery system is extremely secretive. I've talked to many people who have been in the room to witness, because they'll have media members come in and people come in to witness the actual lottery. And you have to put phones in buckets. You can't say anything. It is they keep it extremely secure. They would have to up that tenfold if they're going to have a competition committee or whatever they want to call it that determines the draft order. It can't be media related.
So they can't talk to one another, like the college football playoff committee, let's say. Or are they able to get in a room?
I would imagine they get in a room together and talk about it.
I actually don't hate that idea completely.
Yes.
It actually piques my curiosity.
But my point is, you can't have anybody know who they are.
Well, no.
Because, listen.
So they just wear masks.
This is a billion, million, bazillion, trillion dollar industry. And if... I'm not going to use an owner's name because I don't want to suggest any specific owner would do this. If owner A finds out two of the people in that committee and they really want the next Victor Wembanyama, you're just opening the door to this kind of stuff. And there's the human element, there's the money element to it, there's the...
But that's why you'd have to go, find things like a juror. Like how they do the jury process.
Right.
It can't necessarily be, you can't be 100% connected, to the inner circle of the league.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But they have to be people that are educated. You can't just go and get people off the street.
You have to know basketball and have to keep up with it.
It has to be a very specific committee of individuals selected by the NBA who stay completely anonymous, so they can't be influenced in any kind of way. And you have to even vet the process of who you select, because is it a former legend that used to play for the Charlotte Hornets? Is there going to be any sort of bias for the it'd
be interesting for sure.
I'm telling you could make a TV show off of it.
It would be fun. Or you could just do this. This is even more this is I'm joking when I say this.
Yes.
But how fun would it be taking the most talentless teams of the year and making them do their best talent? So as a team, you figure out what your best talent is, and then we just have a talent show. And then
a talent show to decide the talent.
And whoever wins, that's who gets the
bringing Simon Cowell to decide.
There we go. Make it a Netflix.
Well, Simon Cowell would be pretty easy to influence, I feel like.
I'm joking, but I think it would be hilarious.
Just have Dylan Cardwell sing "All I Want for Christmas Is You" again.
We need laughs.
You saw that video, right? Of Dylan singing "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I think that's what he's saying, right? Yeah.
I think so.
What do you guys think is the best way to decide billion-dollar decisions for an organization? Is it a random smattering of ping pong balls or a committee of 12 people to determine?
Then everybody would just, I don't know, regardless, if it's a talent show idea, just draft or trade for Damian Lillard and make him rap. You win.
Yeah.
He's talented.
I don't know. You don't know. Maybe one of these players knows how to juggle chainsaws.
Whoa.
There's probably things in their contract that will not allow them to do that. I think that would probably violate some sort of health and safety policy. But
well, that hasn't stopped him before.
That's true. Switching gears to baseball a little bit, ESPN put out their projections for team records in the 2026 season, as well as their playoff percentage. You'll not be shocked at all that the LA Dodgers are at the very top. Their win average is projected to go up.
Oh, great!
From 99 last year to 102.4 this year.
I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
That makes me actually not want to watch.
It's the Dodgers. It's
annoying.
Like, the Dodgers have bet, according to ESPN and their projections, the Dodgers have higher odds to win more and be better this year than last year when they won the World Series. Their playoff percentage is at 97.8% compared to 95.3%. Their championship percentage is not 29% compared to 22.2%. For comparison's sake, the drop-off between number 1 and number 2 is the Atlanta Braves. Their championship percentage is 7.6% compared to the Dodgers' 29%. I mean, it just goes to speak to the Dodgers are just buying championships or buying the best championship odds. They still have to win, but we know what the game is here. But where do we think? Because they're ranked out of the all 30, or is it 32? All 30 MLB teams. Where do you think the Giants, just number-wise, where do you think the Giants and the A's are at? We'll start with the Giants.
Okay.
Where do you think, in terms of out of the 30 teams, in terms of highest win average? And where do you think they're projected at in the pack of 30 teams?
What is exactly the middle? 15?
15 is
I'll
the
say
middle.
15.
I'd say San Francisco Giants land somewhere at 22.
You say Giants are at 22. They're at 17.
Okay.
I was close.
Their win average is up from last year, 80.4 to 82. But we're talking 500 team. Smack dab in the middle.
So we're literally predicting, will they go above 500 or below 500?
MLB predicts that their chances of making the playoffs have gone up this season from last season.
What, because of their manager?
Manager, a full season of Rafael Devers, whatever may be the case.
The Padres refusing to spend money.
27.5% was their percentage chance last year. This year it's up to 35.5 or 33.5, excuse me.
So a little jump.
And they're given 0.9% chance of making or of winning the championship, winning the World Series, which is up from 0.6 last year. Hooray!
That's insane, by the way.
Giants fans, you're moving on up.
Tony Vitello, 0.2%.
So the Giants are at 17. Do we think the A's are higher or lower in terms of win total and percentage chance?
They're lower just because they're not respected.
Lower? Okay.
But I think they could possibly be a better team.
Okay.
I'd say they're at 23.
Okay.
25.
I will say they're lower kind of because they deserve to be. I'll say 19.
You said 19. You said what?
23.
The Athletics are 23.
Wow, great job, Kayla.
Their win average is barely up, and this pisses me off. I don't agree with this.
You're testy about this.
This is frustrating my little A's fandom here.
Yep.
Their win percentage is projected from 76.8 to 78.2.
Really?
It's no respect for the hitting, simply because of the pitching. They
That's
just
what it is.
there's an explanation for every single team. We don't have time to dive really into the explanations.
Can you tell me that? I would like to know this.
Well,
is it short enough?
The tagline, by the way, they're given a 19.3% chance to be in the playoffs, which is up significantly from 14.6% chance. They are 0.5% chance of winning the World Series. The headline is this.
Yeah.
Why the heck didn't the Athletics get more pitching?
Yep.
Don't look now, but with just a little more spending and perhaps some payroll slashing by other clubs, the Athletics might escape the bottom 10 in salary standings. Hooray. That little bit of investment has coincided with the uptick in on-field play as the Athletics' 3-year power rating system has helped, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yet, the forecasts for this season are only slightly higher than last season's, even though the A's have an offense that looks like a top 10 unit. The reason? Run prevention. Just goes on to talk about how they think the A's are going to give up a lot of runs. Who do you think the final team is? Number 30.
Rockies.
Correct. The Rockies are projected to win 53.7 games.
They have struggled.
Which is up, believe it or not, from last season.
It's such a good place to play ball too.
And
so it's sad.
I know we got a break, but really quickly, where do you think your San Diego Padres are?
13.
12.
Bang on 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
Their win average, they're projected at 83.3. So
I'm mentally preparing for a last week of the season wild card battle.
The MLB is projecting that the NL West is not going to be anywhere close. Like, the Padres are the biggest threat, and they are 20 wins projected less than the LA Dodgers. Like, there's not even going to be a divisional race according to the ESPN and their projections for the MLB. So there we go. Pay to win, I guess. We will take the break. When we come back, it's time for this Friday edition of Q&K. Kayla's got a question. We got maybe an answer. I don't know. We'll do our best. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really. Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
At the UPS store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
How far do you hit your 7-iron? The answers will tell you which tees to play, according to Josh Sens in Golf Magazine. Deep down, you know you shouldn't be playing from the tips, but it's common for golfers to play from too far back. Aside from higher scores, rounds become a grind and golf becomes much less fun. After several years of research, the USGA unveiled a new data-driven offering to find the proper tees called Best Tees. If you know how far you hit your 7-iron, Best Tees will tell you which tee boxes to play. A typical male golfer should be playing from 6,100 yards and a typical female golfer from 4,400 yards. Most players have a good idea of their 7-iron distance, with average male's distance of 138 yards and average female's of 100 yards. Throw out the occasional perfect shot, which travels more than those distances, and concentrate on your average. This will allow you to reach the vicinity of most greens in regulation and let you hit a variety of clubs on approach shots. Leave your ego at home and give it a chance. You'll have more fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
There's the hard way to buy a car, and then there's the Hoblet way. Transparent prices, fast paperwork, and a team that's there to help, not hover. We've spent 77 years refining this process so you can get in, get out, and get driving with zero drama. Car buying doesn't have to be stressful. At least, not when you do it the Hoblet way. Experience the difference at HobletDodge.com. The easy way to buy.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Okay, guys, who is done with their Valentine's Day shopping? What are you waiting for? Stop putting off your Valentine's Day shopping and go to Prestigio Jewelers today.
She's right. Prestigio Jewelers has everything you need for Valentine's this year. And you're approved guaranteed. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy? 6 months proof of income guarantees you a credit line of $400 to $10,000. Time is running out. Make this a Valentine's Day she'll never forget. Visit one of our showrooms today or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Kayla's getting the details set up for this hot yoga class that I have to go through because I lost the Super Bowl bet. And I know hot yoga is great, and I'm sure the experience is going to be very interesting. I didn't know it was an hour long.
He goes, it's an hour. I go, that's the short class.
So I just got to sit and sweat for an hour.
You got to move and sweat.
Got to bend my legs where they're not supposed to bend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Downward dog.
I'm going to.
Yoga, warrior pose.
I'm going to break something or tear something, and it's not going to be fun. But
This
we'll get it
will
on
be
camera.
video. Yeah. Are we going to run it like segments during breaks? Like just portions of it during breaks?
We could. I don't know. Whatever the digital team wants to do with my pain is what they will do.
We're just going to run looping GIFs of Matt trying to touch his toes to the back of his hands.
See, what's going to happen, though, is when I first get in there, because I'm going to, play it up and have good energy, but then we're going to get halfway through it, and it's not going to be, that's when you're going to see the real Matt come out, because it's not going to be the fun anymore. Now it's just an endurance, and I'm not being a personality. I'm surviving.
Yeah, he's just going to have this, this look on his face that don't talk to me.
And Kayla's gonna be giddy. This fighting is great. No, it's not. I'm having heat stroke while my leg is behind my head.
We got to bring him a big water bottle.
Oh yes, it's gonna be a fun experience.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to experiencing it once, and I probably won't ever again.
And that's okay.
That's
but
life.
You're a good sport for at least doing it once.
Well, I have the obligation of my word.
Yeah.
Obligation of my word to do it. It is time for Q&K.
Oh, sorry. I was texting.
You.
I was texting my sister-in-law back. We got these cool facial peel things, and we shared it, so we split the cost. And she just said it got here, so I was texting her back. My bad.
Q&K brought to you by Facial Peels on Amazon.
Wow, that was a real Carmichael Dave moment right there.
You know what?
It was.
I defended you.
I defended.
I said you and Dave don't have the same brain. That was very Dave.
Shoot.
That was very Dave.
Okay. We got a question for you.
Q&K.
Give us the answer. So, I'm gonna go NBA this time, and it's something that I didn't see in the rundown, so I wanted to bring it up because I'm curious as to if you can give an argument on yes or no why you don't think this is a big deal.
Okay.
LeBron James.
LeBron.
Last night. He got a win. Okay, that's cool. But he also becomes the oldest NBA player to get a triple-double.
Yep.
28 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds. He's 41 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And another little fun note on that as well, Bronny James was 105 days old when LeBron James recorded his first career triple-double. That was January 19th, 2005.
Nice.
On Thursday, February 12th, he was 21 years old yesterday. Bronny checked in for his father after he recorded his 123rd career-high double-double.
That's pretty cool.
Are you okay with this being a big deal and being a topic on everything today?
Bronny?
LeBron James getting... Is it a big deal? Is it a big deal at 41 to be getting a triple-double?
Yeah.
Or nah?
No, I think it is, because what LeBron's doing is pretty sensational. And also, regardless of how you may or may not feel about LeBron, to me, it's enjoy it while you have it. Because when LeBron retires, the foundation of the NBA is going to be shooketh. Because that's not number 23 is not there anymore. And look, LeBron at this point is not the same as LeBron was 2 years ago. Like, it's just, you can see Father Time's finally starting to win. But my man's putting up a fight. And so when he has moments like last night, when he gets a triple-double, and of course the pairing with Bronny. I know a lot of people roll their eyes. Bronny's not an NBA player, blah, blah, blah. It's a publicity stunt, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Like, you have a father and son duo in the NBA. It's cool for stories, and it's not, like, you might feel like it's being shoved down your throat, but the Lakers have been shoved down our throats.
That's very true.
All the time, guess what? When LeBron retires, and if Bronny goes with him, we're still going to get nonstop Luka Laker highlights for the next eternity.
Get used to it, right?
It doesn't matter. They'll just replace it with something else that you'll be annoyed by. So, yeah, I think it's very cool.
It's a cool thing?
I think it's very cool.
It's a big deal.
What LeBron's doing. I think it's definitely a big deal, and I love those moments in games, and we saw bits and pieces of that last night, where you can see, like, the way I describe LeBron playing basketball to people is LeBron perpetually plays at 60%. That's what allows him to play this long, because 60% of LeBron James is better than 90% of most players. But every once in a while, you'll see LeBron for a possession or a play or a moment ramp it up to 90 to 100. And you're like, there he is.
There he is.
And he's done that. He did that in Sacramento last year. This was during the losing streak. The Kings played the Lakers 2 games in a row. And one of the games LeBron played, the other one that he didn't play. And I remember sitting there watching LeBron going, this is a shark that smells blood. He could tell that the Kings were emotionally cooked. Mike Brown probably was halfway out the door. Like, he could tell that this team was weak, and he was doing everything he could, and he was talking ish to everybody. It's like, there he is. Yep. So I like when LeBron, I can appreciate it.
Okay. Kyle, you appreciate it? Is it overhyped?
I think it's a cool thing, but I don't know if it's a big thing. And this kind of just goes to, like, the LeBronification of NBA media over the last 20 years. Like, I see the pros and I see the cons, because, like, yes, LeBron is the biggest star they have, and they've milked it for every last thing they're going to get out of it. Same thing with KD and Steph. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, the LeBronification has meant, like, an entire generation of NBA stars has also gone underappreciated.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
So that's just more of a broad, like, how I feel about us talking about LeBron all the time, and this is kind of a microcosm of that larger conversation. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing that he's the oldest player to ever record a triple-double, but, you know, we should probably be treating it closer to Chris Paul than we are like a front page story on ESPN for today.
Logic in the chat, in the YouTube chat, said MJ played 100%.
Sure.
It's
have fun.
It's interesting because it's like, do you think, I mean, LeBron then, to me, is smart, though, because if LeBron really wanted to play basketball for this long in his career, he's definitely achieved that.
Also, MJ quit like 6 years before LeBron, too.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was
came back and then quit again. Like,
then came back again.
He played 100% for less time while he was also mentally checked out. Like, but who cares? Like, it doesn't always have to be Michael versus LeBron on everything, and it's a tired. No, it doesn't. It's a tired radio show thing that everybody does. Where
I've never wanted to do that.
It's
comparison
because it's boring and it's overplayed and it's overdone. Like, and what it makes you do is it makes you intentionally not appreciate one or both of those guys. Who cares?
Which also goes back to the LeBronification of media itself, which is like, that's the needle moving conversation, or at least I'd say it was like 5 years ago.
But the LeBronification, I hear what you're saying, but I think it adds negative connotation to LeBron, and he has nothing to do with it. Just because talking heads like us want to talk about him all the time because we know it, that's a testament to him, not a negative to him. And LeBron doesn't own that. And there are things about LeBron that annoy the hell out of me, Kayla. There are things about LeBron, like when LeBron fakes this stuff like he's reading a book. We all know you're not. And he acts like he knew everything before it happened. Sure. I know there's the know-it-all superiority complex of LeBron. There's the I'm going to play up getting poked in the eye like I'm a hero complex. Like, there's an acting side to LeBron, but it's not good acting. and it annoys the hell out of me. But LeBron is, regardless of sport, regardless of era, LeBron is insanely incredible, Mount Rushmore, whatever you want to do, just like MJ
He's been
is.
good for the game,
just
that's
like
for sure.
Babe Ruth is. Just like, who cares? They're icons in the game that at this point I'm trying to appreciate more, because pretty soon LeBron's going to be gone and Steph is going to be gone. And to be honest with you, Steph's going to hit harder for me than LeBron because I watch Steph more.
Oh, yeah, you're taking that personally.
But it's like, I'm trying to appreciate that more than, with MJ, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just something different to me. So I don't. Maybe that's not popular on a radio show, but we're not. Trust me. When it gets to the summertime and we're in the dogs' days of summer, Kayla, I can promise you we're not going to have a LeBron versus MJ conversation.
I won't be in on that day if we do. So.
We're calling out.
Count me out.
We are calling out. Great question there from Kayla for Q&K. Coming up next, speaking of LeBron James, he is part of All-Star festivities. He always is. It's basically a legacy spot at this point. We have the USA Stars and Stripes team rosters, and then the World team. We'll tell you who's on those rosters. Plus, Kyle, Kayla, and I will draft our All-Star starting 5 and a 6th man out of this crop of players. It's the start of the second hour here. Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan. 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device, credit, service, port in 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
Coach Christie here for Folsom Lake Ford, letting you know the President's Day Sell-a-thon is on. And with your approved credit, get 0% financing plus 0 down on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. Interest accrues from date of purchase.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
You remember me from a show called And Joe? I'm back on the radio, Sacramento. It's Joe Mommy, and when you need your new country fix, join me weekdays from 6A to 10 for the Pat and Cody with Joe show on New Country 105.1 KNCI or on the free KNCI app.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140. Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Little fuck. Go.
Technically, the beat is from the remake from a couple of years ago, but yeah.
I don't know no remake. Tupac did the original, baby. There ain't no remake with Tupac.
Kayla's all OG all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it was, I'm trying to remember, it was Blast and Tyga and YG, I think. I mean, it's the same beat, but yeah.
That's funny, though. Like, I always do usually think the originals, but then my originals sometimes aren't even the originals. When you hear music, you get what I'm saying.
That actually happens.
All from different like generations.
That happens to me a lot. I know we were in the first segment. We were talking about like Instagram Reels and stuff like that. And it'll like they'll play a beat and then it'll show the name of the song at the bottom, like just to tell you what it is. And so I'll hear the beat and it's like, oh, that's this song. And then you read the song at the bottom. You're like, oh,
never mind.
No, that is apparently a song from 2026 now.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Kayla reminded me of a hilarious story where Alan one time was trying to punk me because I was playing the Big Energy song by Lotto, which is a remake of Fantasy by Mariah Carey. But he didn't realize Fantasy is a remake of the Tom Tom Club song before that. And so it's like now there's 3 different generations remaking the same songs.
I think it keeps it fun.
Let's put it this way. If it's a good beat, people will want to make art with a good beat.
For sure.
And if it's a good sound, like there's all the jokes and it's like all the pop songs over the last like 2 decades have the same 4 chords in it. Why? Because those 4 chords work, damn it.
Because they hit.
They hit.
Also, the hot take, music industry has lost its creativity.
Well, in a way, maybe
there's more producing talent than ever before, and it's easier to make beats than ever before, but for some reason, we just keep remaking things that have already been made.
I mean, you could say the same thing for Hollywood. You could say the same. It's just, I mean.
All the movies that get like
or also
5, 6, 7 sweet sequels.
But we also know what's popular and what's not, and if you keep on riding the popularity train into the dirt, that's what you can do.
Apparently, creativity is taking too many risks.
All right, well, that is the most old man take from Kyle Ledbetter, the youngest on the show. That's for sure.
You know what? It's just I recognize the end times. And it sure feels like it.
My old man take is the NBA All-Star Game sucks, and I think most people agree, so it's not really much of an old man take. The NBA All-Star Game is terrible, but this year, once again, they're trying something new, and it has the potential to interest me. What a low bar. It has the potential to interest me.
You shouldn't set it high.
And it's the USA versus world concept, Kayla.
I'm actually interested. That's coming from me, who's not really usually watching a lot of All-Star games, because they've gotten so watered down, and because the NBA most recently more than ever has been watered down because they just don't play defense. Yeah, it's just a scoring fest.
Right.
Usually that's a positive when we watch sports, but it's just like when you don't play anything, it's just like, okay, there's no point of watching. So I'm interested.
Kevin Durant has we played the clip yesterday where he fired shots in a Kevin Durant way, and we know Kev's not afraid to speak his mind. Fired his shots in his own way at Team World, and his point was, like you're talking about, what the old heads are going to do. Are the old heads going to play harder? The old heads are going to try, and he's like, what about Luka and Nikola Jokic? What do? They don't give a you know what. Like they just kind of go around in schoolyard.
He said like they're like on the ground.
Yeah,
there's like some quote he said like they're just on the ground fooling around.
I love that from KD because at least there's a little bit of bite to that, and I would hope that Team World would bite back at it. But I'm glad Durant does it. That's Durant's job. If I'm the NBA, I'm going to Kevin Durant. I'm like, yes, create these narratives, do these press conferences, make this like a pre-fight thing, and Conor McGregor this to kind of sell it a little bit more.
For sure.
But does Anthony Edwards care? Does Jalen Brunson care? Do the young USA stars care? And then on the other side, is Luka Doncic going to take that personally, or is he going to be like, haha, you're right, I do fall down. Anyway, here's a 3.
Yeah.
Like, does Nikola Jokic care about anything ever, period, other than horse racing? And I mean that as a term of endearment because we love Nikola for who he is.
Because they're kind of like wired different, too. Like, I'm not saying because you're European, you just don't have, like, it's not because they're not competitive. They're competitive. Right. But things don't, like, bother them as much in terms of ish talking, maybe.
But if I'm Team World, what I think Team World should do is walk in there like they own the place. We've owned the league. We own the MVP for the last... USA, you got to catch up to us. I want Luka to walk in. This is the first time I want Luka to walk in like an arrogant jerk. I want Nikola Jokic to act like this is beneath him. I want SGA and all these, although SGA is not playing, but I want these international stars to walk in. Maybe not like Denny Advia. You haven't quite earned that.
All right, guys.
But I want the world team to walk in there with a swagger. I want them to walk in like this is beneath us. And I want Team USA to take it personally.
For sure.
I want somebody to care.
You want them to lie to themselves.
I want Dennis Schroeder there.
The players.
I want Dennis Schroeder
lie to themselves about what? Yeah, you want Dennis Schroeder
to talk to Luka, to talk crap, so that then he gets out there and there's a fight.
Schroeder and Luka would be teammates though, because Schroeder's Team World.
That's right. Shoot.
What do you mean lie to themselves?
It's the Jordan, I took this personally thing. You know, you come up with things to motivate you type of situation.
I don't think they have to lie to themselves though, because I think the entire league looks at international players have taken over the league from USA players. I think Anthony Edwards should walk in there and feel a certain type of way about the fact that no one's labeling him as the guy to take the torch after LeBron.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Anthony Edwards because I remember this quote from 2 All-Star games ago from Anthony Edwards. Quote, "For me, it's an All-Star game, so I don't think I will ever look at it as being super competitive.
Yes.
It's always fun. I don't know what they can do to make it more competitive. It's a break. I don't think nobody wants to come here and compete."
De'Aaron Fox, when he made his first All-Star game with the Kings, did not give a, you know what?
He
didn't
strikes me
score.
as someone who would, though, if there was actual like competition against players of a world versus USA kind of situation.
De'Aaron's always kind of been nonchalant, but if you press his button, if you press his button, he'll go back at you.
Right.
He's not afraid to talk. He's not afraid. But De'Aaron was the only player in the All-Star game in Salt Lake City to not score. Like, he didn't care. And he made it very obvious during and after that he did not care.
Yeah.
So USA, like, either takes some pride in the fact that these international stars are coming in and everybody's looking at the world team and going, that's the all-star team. Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm not saying the USA players suck, but, like, I think Jalen Brunson has a little bit of fire to him. Okay, is Jalen Brunson going to play hard? Because here's the thing.
He just plays hard.
These are competitors.
Yeah.
If Jalen Brunson or Kevin, if one of these USA guys pulls a Kobe Bryant, you remember what Kobe Bryant did in the Olympics when he ran right through Pau Gasol, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's what we're about."
Someone set the tone.
Someone from Team USA bring that energy.
For sure.
Bring that energy. Don't hurt anybody. But when Luka tries to do his fancy schmancy blah blah blah, hit him. Mm-hmm. Don't try and hurt him, but hit him. But if the attitude is exactly what Ant's attitude is, and I'm not saying I blame Ant for that, but if the attitude is that, then no one's ever going to care. And if I'm the NBA, I'm encouraging Kevin Durant, talk your ish, but back it up on the floor. I'm encouraging Jalen Brunson, get angry a little bit. They've disrespected you, or it's the world's walking around like they own this. Like, that's the only, if we can't get a USA versus world pride, if you can't impact the pride of these players, we're never going to find a way to make this NBA All-Star game compelling.
That's why I think this is kind of, in a way, like one of those, I'm not going to call it last-ditch efforts.
Yeah.
But it is a way to, like, say, hey, if this works, we could be on to something. Because, look, hockey did it. The NHL did it with the 4 Nations tournament.
Yep.
And it is seemingly working.
International pride.
Right. So maybe, and now hockey players and basketball players, they're wired different.
Of course.
They're wired different. But there's some competitive guys on these rosters for Team USA. And, you know, again, for Europe, there's some guys I could pick out too that if you give them the right incentive going against the Americans, then maybe there would be a little extra, you know, pep in their step.
And it might fall on the young guys. Like Team World, Alperen Şengün, we know he's got a mouth and he's got an attitude. So
use it.
So get Jalen Brunson, get under the skin of Alperen Şengün or vice versa. Denny Advia, I have no idea who Denny's personality is.
I don't either.
But Denny is playing on Team World like I belong here. I need to pull my weight here a little bit. There's going to be that element. So I think Denny and Şengün probably play hard.
There's always that one guy who's gunning for the MVP too. Like I think it was Tatum a couple years ago was just like, I'm going in here and I'm going to win All-Star MVP.
If they do that, to me, that's more detrimental than anything because again, the only way that I think this is compelling for anybody is if there is the Team USA versus Team World element. If there is international players are better than American players, international players have come to the United States and taken over an American game, and they're the best at it. America, like USA players, do you care enough about that or not? And if they don't, then they don't. That's fine. But I'm saying, at least to me, that's the only way that you can make this even a little bit compelling. Because people are watching the Olympics, one, to watch the best athletes in the world do what they do, and it's pretty incredible, regardless of what country they represent. But there is the national pride of, hey, what's the USA medal count at? And by the way, Kayla will let us know in Kayla's Olympic Minute coming up at 12:45.
Yeah, I think it's so different because we look at it from a media perspective. You know, these guys look at it like this is kind of a break. We're getting paid to do this, but at the same time, it is our break in the season.
Yeah.
And like, we don't want to give like 120% for this game.
Sure.
But I also believe, again, if you are a competitor and you are being put up against what has been a debate here for a while now of the world pretty much taking over the overall, I'm not saying there's no U.S. talent. There's tons of U.S. talent. But right now, the Europeans are kind of ruling the game in terms of the players at the top. So I take pride in that. I personally, as a player, you could guarantee I'm out there the one ish talking. I am starting to fight.
You're the Dylan
I
Brooks.
am doing all of that stuff.
Kayla's Dylan
If you
Brooks.
want to hire me for just this game, I'm open. $1 million, I'll start at $1 million.
Oh, start at $1 million?
Well, yeah, I mean, any money is any money to me.
That's true.
I'll start at $1 million.
I think they did $750,000 a couple years ago. Would you do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just wanted to see what your price was.
Imagine Kayla goes, no, not enough.
Yeah, could you? Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
$750,000 if you win.
Fine.
I'm not saying that players have an obligation to play hard and they need to represent the NBA properly. I'm saying from the NBA standpoint, I'm going to these players. I'm going to Jalen Brunson. I'm going, find a way to care.
Yep.
Find a way to care. If it's you don't care about basketball, care about the pride. Like, find something to make this compelling. I'm talking from the league standpoint. The league is trying everything they can to make the All-Star game matter.
Yeah.
The players, they don't have to play ball if they don't want to because they're worried about, most of these guys are worried about playing in June for a Larry O'Brien trophy.
Which I get
too. I understand that completely. But if the attitude of the best players in your sport are, this doesn't matter, it's never going to matter to anybody. So if you can impact their pride, if you can get them to care, then people will follow suit.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, it is. And maybe they need you and I to go into those USA locker rooms this weekend.
Oh, that would be.
And we need to give them a pep talk.
Oh, no.
I will give them a pep talk. Matt will be my bodyguard
Kevin
just in
Durant.
case something goes off. I am not afraid of any players. I'll talk.
You want me to be your bodyguard?
Yeah. Yeah. You're tall.
It is better than me. You're taller.
I'm getting thrown across there like a
Kyle's
javelin.
Kyle's the getaway car for us. So you're my bodyguard. You stand in front of me while I peek my head out and talk my ish. And then if it doesn't go well and I can't fully defend myself because I don't have, certain VCRs, remotes to throw, all the things I've used in the past on my brother specifically.
Nice.
Then we just go in the getaway car.
Again,
are we committing a crime? What's happening?
I can't get past. You're standing behind me. What's there to stand behind? That's like hiding behind a flagpole.
But I'm not big either, so I would probably fit behind.
So we just turn sideways?
Yeah.
It's just shoulder.
I think we need to test this out. Matt, stand up and then have Kayla stand behind you and see if you're completely covered.
I think I am.
Let's test this out. Just stand up real quick.
Audience.
You can come on this side.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. Hold on, radio audience. This is great. Hold on. You have to talk.
Where are you standing in front of me, right?
Yeah, I'm standing in front.
All right, so we have Matt standing in front of Kayla. I'm observing on the YouTube. Got to zoom out real quick. Yes, Kayla is completely covered. Yes, Kayla is completely hidden behind Matt on our YouTube.
Okay, that's not what we said. I said I'm a flagpole.
Well, what am I?
Thinner than a flagpole, apparently.
A smaller flagpole.
Okay, wait. Oh, yeah, Matt, look. Are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it.
It
All
will
right.
work. And then I picked my head out, like under your armpit or something.
Okay, so
and
we're
I talk
halfway
my
there.
stuff.
But then there's you got to yell at Kevin Durant part.
I am totally fine with that.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
he's used to being yelled at.
I guess.
Well, it's more motivation. I'm not going to yell at him. I'm going to give him some motivation.
Uh-huh. This is a stupid segment, and I love it. All right, here are the 3 rosters. You ready for the all-star rosters? There's the USA Stars team, the USA Stripes team, which I guarantee you the players in the locker room already hate that. I'm on the Stars. Well, I'm on the Stripes. Good for you.
How did they decide this again?
I know.
Some boardroom of people that come up with commercial jingles did it.
I refuse to learn the rules of this. It's a round-robin tournament?
Yes, it's a round-robin. Okay. So
what happens if they all go 1-1?
I'll explain to you how it works in just a second. So here are the rosters. USA Stars are Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren. So you have the 2 Detroit Pistons on the same team. That's kind of cool. Ant Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey. That's the Stars team. Okay? The Stripes team, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, who will not play, Kevin Durant, De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Ingram, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Donovan Mitchell. To me, the Stripes are our only chance of beating the world team.
I see what they did here. They did the young guys and the old heads.
Oh, well, how does
kind of.
Really
I mean, Jalen Brunson's not that old.
Relatively speaking, he's the old head.
De'Aaron's not old.
But De'Aaron's replacing Steph.
True. Donovan Mitchell's not that old either. Anyway, the world team is Giannis, won't play. Denny Advia, Luka, SGA, won't play. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Norman Powell, Alperen Şengün, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, and, Wemby.
Ah, yes, Karl Anthony Towns from New Jersey.
Even if Giannis...
Norman Powell from San Diego.
Even if Giannis and SGA won't play, World should win. If both of them, if they're playing seriously. If Giannis and SGA were playing, World absolutely would win, even if they're not playing seriously. Because, again, all the stars, all the MVPs, it's Team World. Like, they've got it all.
Yep.
And that's where I'm hoping that kind of sparks a little bit of you-know-what in Team USA. But I don't think that is going to be the case. All right, so the way it works, this is how it works. So the first game, it's 4 12-minute games, right?
Okay.
4 12-minute games, which equals 48, which is a full NBA game. Game 1 will be Team World versus the USA Stars. Whoever wins that game will then take on the USA Stripes. Then whoever lost that first game will take on the USA Stripes. And the All-Star Championship will be the top 2 teams who end up. If all 3, to your point, Kyle, if all 3 teams finish 1-1 after the round-robin games, the first tiebreaker will be point differential across each team's 2 games.
Boy, I am
Doesn't World not have a lot of depth, though?
I can't.
It's 8, 8-8.
Yeah, no, it's 8, 8, and 8.
It doesn't on here. I guess it is.
Yeah, and it's 12-minute games, so it's not like you have to have necessarily super full rosters. Regardless, I can't wait to hear Charles Barkley or somebody try to explain it to me on a broadcast and not understand it either.
Well, it's NBC this year, so it's Carmelo Anthony explaining it to you.
Carmelo is going to at one point hesitate and go, wait, what?
Because
that's what everyone else does.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
He'll actually say it. Yeah.
In reality, it's not that convoluted. It's just like...
It's just, why are we doing this?
Why do I care if the players don't even care? And again, if the play, we'll find out pretty quickly.
We'll find out. We don't know. That's why they're testing it.
USA and World is the first game, or one of the USA teams in World is the first game. We'll see how much you care after that game.
I think you have to try it, honestly, if you're Adam Silver. You have to. You have to do something to try to see if it's going to work, or if you just go to basketball, flag football, in which the NFL has done.
I don't know. My kind of point for years has been, and this, again, doesn't necessarily align with what the league wants, but I'm just like, why don't we just appreciate the All-Star game for what it is? You get silly moments, guys doing alley-oop dunks, and just enjoy it for what it is. If you don't want to watch it, you don't want to watch it.
On competition, Kyle.
Because that's not good for the NBA, because if we appreciated it for what it is, no one's appreciating it. It's not good. Like, it's not good, and it's not entertaining, and it sucks. Like,
but they tried to do this same format-ish last year with the 3 teams and the Rising Stars, and everyone hated it.
Yeah.
So because it's World and USA, but Carl from New Jersey is going to be on the World team, all of a sudden it makes it more compelling?
As if the only if there's an international tie to it, it's a last-ditch effort. But the NBA can't just sit on their hands and go, well, it is what it is, because if the NBA doesn't even try, then no one else is going to try either. And to Kyle's point, there is no casual appreciating it for what it is, because it sucks. Like, it sucks. I've been to it in person, and I was yawning watching Jason Tatum versus Jaylen Brown. It sucks. Nobody cares. It's really boring. It's background noise.
You didn't like that one time Steph dropped to the ground because Giannis was going to do an alley-oop dunk?
Like, then make it, then to Adam Silver's point at the beginning of the season, then have them play in a warehouse where no one's watching and put out little cool social media clips of sometimes when it's funny. That's how I would consume that content.
I think we're to the point now where this might be hard to digest, and I don't think the leagues would do it because everything is money to them, and that's what's really screwing this all up.
Yes.
But, I mean, are we just willing to admit as a society and fans of sports, like, let's just get rid of this stuff because it really doesn't matter.
The NFL did.
Give them
no, they're still doing their weekend.
They're still trying to do the Pro Bowl
even
thing.
more gimmicky in the NFL. And like, I give them the awards, give them the recognition, and then let them take a break.
That's what I'm saying. Give them the awards.
I'm good with that, but here's the problem. TV money, TV contracts for everything.
It's people above us.
The host cities make a ton of money and also a big investment
for watered down stuff.
Yes.
So
it's pageantry. It's a gala for the NBA that nobody cares about.
So what will save the All-Star game is network television executives.
I mean, like, experiencing Summer League every year. Summer League's a blast because Summer League is a festival of basketball. Now, the basketball itself, not very good. You get good moments every once in a while. Like, I will never forget, I was down at Summer League, Keegan Murray's rookie year. Mm-hmm. Keegan Murray versus Paolo Banchero was the first game, and it went into overtime, and Keegan hit a huge three off of a steal to send the game into overtime. And the T-Mobile, no, it wasn't T-Mobile Center, it's the main gym at UNLV, is filled with just NBA fans of every different colored jersey you could possibly think of. And everybody is losing their minds because they're watching something fun and entertaining in front of them.
Yeah.
Like
and
that.
New.
Yeah, new. Different.
You know?
You're curious.
Mm-hmm.
The fans are curious about that product more than they're curious about a bunch of big stars who don't take the game seriously or care about it. So why should I? And again, I don't blame the players for that. If the players would rather take a week off, get honored and recognized, you're an all-star, here's the bonus.
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Here's the bonus. But again, the people at the top are never going to let it happen because they're all the ones that, all the ESPNs and all, they're all just garnishing the money.
It's money.
And everybody else is kind of, in a way, suffering for it.
Because this is the first year of the new TV deal, right?
Of course.
And during all those negotiations with who gets the All-Star game, is it NBC? Who gets the finals? Is it ESPN? Who gets the play-in tournament? Okay, it's Peacock or it's Prime, Amazon Prime. Like, they all are negotiating and bidding and over what do I get? There's like the 3 packages, I think is what it was. NBC got the main package. The secondary package was ESPN/ABC, and then the third package was Prime.
Yep.
Well, what is every package, just like if you're buying season ticket plans, it's like the weekend plan featuring Kings versus Lakers. The weekday plan featuring you get to see the Kings and Warriors. Like, there's a marquee for each plan that you're essentially buying. All-Star Game fits into that. If you pay for this much, the All-Star Game is part of that package. And even if people aren't watching it, with nothing else on, there's enough TVs and enough advertising revenue out there to make it worth it to somebody. So,
just not a majority of us.
Nope, not me. I ain't watching it. It might be on in the back. Well, I have to watch it for this job. But
I don't know. I'm curious on Tuesday when we come back what we think about it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a chance. And then I'll give my honest opinion.
Just give me moments of USA versus the world mattering.
Yeah.
Show me that you care.
I want to
Other than individually because you're going for your own MVP.
I haven't watched it in 2 years. Don't know if I'm going to do it this year.
Well,
Kyle, we need your opinion.
If you don't, we'll tell you what happened. Yeah. And coming up next, switching the gears to a Sacramento Kings conversation, let's go back to the summer of last year when Scott Perry took over. What is one change that you would make to what Scott Perry has done with the Sacramento Kings going back to last summer? I'm curious what your guys' answers will be. That is coming up next on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at zaclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Join Sactown Sports downtown before every Kings game and pick up an InShape Fitness Kings Rally Towel while supplies last. If you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong. Start the year strong and join today at InShape.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit revivemen'shealth.com.
Catch all the action at Sky River Casino. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room. Plus, with 18 elevated restaurants, bars, and lounge destinations, and Sky River rewards that add up and up. There's something for everyone. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun and experience new heights. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Ament Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby insight and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
You ever notice how the other guys scream about massive discounts on their Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep Ram vehicles? Then you get to the fine print and boom, another $5,200 in mandatory ads. At Hoblet, we don't insult your intelligence. The price you see is the price you pay. No mystery add-ons, no bait and switch, no gotcha when you sit down to buy. Hoblet, family owned for 77 years. Transparency, straightforward pricing. Buy it right, buy it at Hoblet.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Coming up at noon, Bobby Gerald, the son of legendary Kings radio broadcaster Gary Gerald, who is an absolute guru when it comes to the draft prospects, scouting talent. He is going to join us to talk about this year's draft class very early. Of course, there's a lot of time between now and the draft. Bobby's also the great guy to have. Like, if you can ask someone to attend like a summer league game with you, you want it to be Bobby Gerald. He knows everybody. You watch the California Classic, and outside of the top stars, you're wondering who the heck is playing in the Golden One Center right now. Bobby knows all of them. He's a genius.
I love having people around like that when you do those types of things.
He has just a passion for covering the game in that way, and it's so creative and it's so unique. So I'm looking forward to speaking with Bobby Gerald coming up at noon. But right now, let's go back to last summer. The Kings were not participating in the California Classic. Scott Perry was hired basically right after the Kings were eliminated from the play-in. Monty McNair was fired that same night after the blowout loss at the hands of the Dallas Mavericks. And from that point, he's made a handful of decisions. And depending upon who you ask, think the slight majority of them are probably viewed more negative than positive at this point, although they might be a necessary evil to ultimately get the Kings where they're trying to get. But Kyle and Kayla, I ask you this. If you could go back and change one move or decision of Scott Perry's from that point to now, so it doesn't have to be just during the summer. It could be any decision that he's made during the regular season as well. What would you change? What would you do differently, or think that if Scott could change anything, he would do differently?
And I think this would help Scott, and I know that he did it as I guess, cleverly as he could. I just made up that word, by the way.
Cleverly.
But I think the Dennis Schroeder signing would be something that he would go back and change. And I only say that because I know in the beginning it's his job to try to make the team competitive. Like, you clearly want to come into a season and at least try to see what you have. Unfortunately, I think in the back of his mind, not admitting that, okay, we have a team that's probably not going to fit together extremely well because we do have some big contracts. We have some jams at the guard position, but what happened, they went out and jammed the guard position even more by signing a true point guard in Dennis Schroeder. And I get it. He's explained the logic of, like, they wanted more of a true point guard, but at the same time, then they just went out and got Westbrook after. And, you know, if you wanted to just experiment, why not let, like you said, wait to get Westbrook and then get Monk as the coming off the bench
backup point guard, yeah.
Backup point guard. And because, I think he knows they weren't going to be like this incredibly competitive team. I know that every GM they don't think that way. They're not going to tell us they think that way. But signing Dennis Schroeder, I think now just kind of put them back in a way, or reversing a mistake. And that also then looked bad on Scott Perry when it came down to it, because he had to kind of admit that it was a mistake. And I know he's the one that put him in the contract, so he did it in an okay sort of way. But why do you want to take one step back?
Do you, with the money that he used to sign Dennis Schroeder, do you then give that to Keon? Or do you use, I mean, I don't expect you to have a name for me, but how would you have wanted him to use that money otherwise?
Yeah, and again, I just got here, like with the start of all this. So I'm not quite sure where I would delegate the money off the top of my head. But I just think knowing that, like, he did the Schroeder thing and then did the Westbrook thing. Yeah. And I just thought I'd rather have Westbrook. And again, that's my opinion. Sure. It just makes me confused because they were jamming up that whole position. And that was a problem the entire year. Right. And an endless conversation with not only us, but endless questions to Doug about that situation. And also, I think, made it harder for Doug, too, to get out of those situations. Yeah, I don't know where I would put them.
And it could be a great question. It's not, I wasn't looking for a specific answer, but it's knowing what we know now. If he had delegated that money to a specific position, or going out and bringing Precious Achiuwa in earlier,
but didn't they talk about the problem has kind of been the size, and that's maybe. Do you address
that a little bit earlier or whatever? Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you with that. Kyle, what would you have changed?
Okay, so let's talk through this a bit. The worst move I think that I would change was the Valanciunas for Saric swap.
I figured that would come up.
But what's hard about that is that was done to bring in Dennis Schroeder. So those two moves kind of are done in confluence with each other. Let's say, because the other part that's weird about that is, did they know that Valanciunas wanted to go play in, I think it was Greece, that he wanted to leave to go play at?
So he was interested in leaving and going back internationally, yes, and obviously the Nuggets convinced him to stick around.
Well, the Nuggets said, we're enforcing your contract, so you have to come back.
And I can't imagine Perry didn't know that to some extent.
So I guess where I was confused with that is, let's play this out. I know they needed the money for Schroeder, but let's say they don't sign Schroeder and we're at that transaction point. I know they had tried to do a Monk for Schroeder swap as well, and maybe that would have alleviated some of the guard logjam.
Yes,
but
they did try and include Monk to Detroit as part of the sign-and trade.
Yes. But if we're just simplifying it, like, let's just focus on that transaction by itself. If Valanciunas wanted to go, I think they might have just been better off letting him go on his contract, because ultimately they got Dario Saric, which they turned into nothing. In fact, they had to attach a pick to move off of him when they made the DeAndre Hunter trade. So I think they would have just been better off letting Valanciunas walk and say, hey, you're giving up the $10 million? Fine, we'll take that $10 million back as cap space. We could either use it to sign Dennis Schroeder, use it to extend Keon Ellis, use it to give Russell Westbrook more than a vet minimum contract, whatever they wanted to do with it. I think it just would have been more prudent to just, like, if Valanciunas wants out of it, if you wait a week to find out Valanciunas publicly wants out of his contract, then you can just let him out of the contract and you get your $10 million back.
Someone from the YouTube comment section, these names are so long.
I always just say the first.
Man Fastlane.
Yeah, I say the first
Hi,
name.
Man Fastlane. Thanks for commenting. He says signing Dennis, trading JV, but the last one he said, and not moving Zach.
But that's not really an option because he couldn't.
Kinda, but Zach was trying to negotiate his way to Atlanta.
Oh.
And so maybe we don't know the details.
You think that he
I think
it was reported that
I think
Clutch
they were very
So
much.
you think there was something that could have been done?
Yes,
by
but
Scott
I
Perry?
think it probably revolved around Trae Young, who we know Scott Perry was not about and is not about. So there's two separate conversations here.
Interesting.
Because we can talk about it from the standpoint of what would Scott Perry take back and what we would want Scott Perry to take back. And I bring that up because I don't think Scott Perry regrets not trading for Trae Young. But some of us in Sacramento might go, well, this season would have been maybe a whole lot more stomachable. That's not a word either. Stomachable.
We're just making up our own words.
If he had gone out and gotten Trae Young.
Yeah.
My curveball that I want to throw into it, and again, I do not think Scott Perry would reverse this. If Scott had folded, if Scott had taken the protections off that first-round pick along with Malik Monk for Jonathan Kuminga. Again, I think he would regret doing it knowing where he is now and knowing how valuable the first-round pick is. I'm just throwing out the question because I have this internal battle within me. If he had made that trade and Jonathan Kuminga was here the entire year, I don't think the Sacramento Kings are much better or better at all. And I would argue if they were better, it would have been worse or would have been bad. But you get Kuminga here. You get a full season of Kuminga in the building next to Keegan Murray. I don't think you trade for DeAndre Hunter if that's the case because you got Kuminga here. I'm just curious, would it have been worth it for Perry to just say, fine, take the first-round pick, take Malik Monk. We no longer have the log jam at the point guard position. Maybe there's more opportunity for Keon Ellis. Now you have Kuminga in the building. You put him next to Keegan Murray. Doesn't change any of the injury stuff. Like, does that make this season any more compelling?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. But then you're giving up the first-round pick.
Yeah, well, it would depend on what year it was. And
Right.
I don't think it was ever going to be this year's pick.
Yeah.
But if it's next year's pick, then that's a problem. Right, but I think I'm more compelled by that team right now because we're in this hell.
I get what you're saying, and I think I'm in the mindset, Matt, that I'm already like moving. I've already moved way past that,
Sure.
and I'm like I have embraced the tank, and I'm just excited for the So, but I get what you're saying. Like, what could it have looked a little different? Could it have given some life or structure to this team?
Yeah.
If we weren't having the logjam conversation at the guard spot. I get what you're saying with that.
It would have solved some problems, and I think Keon might still be here.
Maybe.
Genuinely,
yeah.
I think Keon might still be here
he could
because
be.
Malik's out of here and Keon's playing every day. And
Yeah.
maybe there's a negotiation being negotiated from that, which would be happening right now, by the way. From Drew Down in the comment section, love Drew, says, and have Kuminga steal all the food in the lunchroom? Good luck with that. Good point.
Well, they would have been losing money based on.
Good point.
There's not enough cookies.
Our cookie budget is already low enough. If the Kuminga family started coming in snatching cookies,
that'd not be good.
Well, we don't know if it was his family. I don't want to slander anybody here.
Whoever is involved in that Kuminga camp, listen, you can steal all the Warriors food you want. They have soft serve ice cream, by the way.
Oh, do they?
Yes, it's great.
Who has the best media food in the NBA, by the way? Because we do this in the NFL all the time.
There have been people who say Sacramento's
Are you
cookies are number
serious?
one.
No. In desserts,
okay.
cookies are up there.
Okay.
Steph Curry really highly ranks the Sacramento popcorn, by the way. Curry has his popcorn
well, it
rankings.
is good. I've had it.
Sacramento's media food is nowhere near the top.
Okay.
but it's free food and it's good for us.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about Memphis, believe it or not. I've heard great things about. I've only experienced a handful of places and they've been fine.
Memphis, because it's probably barbecue.
But I don't know how much food would be stolen out of Sacramento's media room, but the family room might be different.
Well, I guess we'll learn about Atlanta's because Kuminga's going to be stealing all that food.
Exactly.
Well, not him. He's not doing it. We will take the break. When we come back, it is time to pick a side. Bobby Gerald joins us to talk about the NBA draft at noon. It's a Friday jam-packed show here. Matt and Kayla, Sac-Town Sports.
At Stockton Honda, we know how to honor a great deal. Like right now during our President's Day sales event. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, you can find star-spangled savings on some of our best models. Why not stop in today and see for yourself? Come celebrate at Stockton Honda and get huge savings on our giant selection. Plus top dollar for your trade.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Business moves fast, and so do we. At Bank of Marin, we team up with businesses in the greater Sacramento area to help you drive the lane and score big. With dedicated relationship bankers and local decision-making, we help you move quickly, whether you're upgrading equipment, buying your next building, streamlining cash flow, or fueling growth. From expansion to investment, we're ready to help you win. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
This President's Day Sell-a-thon, your California Ford dealers are celebrating with savings. Now through February 16th, the award-winning Ford lineup moves those who move the nation. For a limited time, get the biggest deals on an incredible selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks. Like the Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Or the adventure-ready Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, with GOAT modes that go over any type of terrain for the great outdoors. And check out the iconic Ford Mustang and its exhilarating performance. To the ones who keep America moving, these President's Day Sell-a-thon deals are for you, and it's your chance to save on your brand new Ford vehicle. Hurry in today to your local California Ford dealer. The President's Day Sell-a-thon ends February 16th. Based on S&P Global Mobility 1946 to current U.S. total new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The Sacramento Kings are bringing fans one of the best ticket deals of the season. Now through February 16th, get tickets to any Kings game with no fees. Catch must-see matchups against the Warriors, Spurs, Bulls, and more, plus fun theme nights like Girls Night Out, Y2K Night, and Slamson's birthday. And you won't want to miss your chance to see your favorite Kings players take the court, like exciting rookies Maxime Reynaud and Neat Clifford. Head to kings.com/no fees today and grab tickets to any game with no added fees.
The President's Day Sell-a-thon is on at Folsom Lake Ford. And with your approved credit, get 0 down, no finance rates, plus huge factory incentives on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford. Tell them Coach Christie sent you. See dealer for details.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
All right, Kayla, our Raiders-Seahawks rivalry has truly begun.
I know.
We're coming for your coaches.
Fisticuffs.
We are coming for your coaches. Of course, Clint Kubiak, former offensive coordinator for the Seahawks, now the head coach of the Raiders. This coming through from Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. The Raiders requested Seahawks assistant Justin Outen for run game coordinator, but Seattle blocked the request.
That's right. We're like, don't touch our assistants.
What? You just won a Super Bowl. What do you need him for? Give him to us.
We got to go back to back.
Come on. We're the poor little Raiders. Give us a coach.
Haven't the Eagles taught you anything? When you lose them, they might never come back.
Come on. You don't need look, you already had the MVP of your run game. What do you really need him for? Let him run our run game.
Supposedly, Justin Outen is a candidate for the opening for the offensive coordinator position.
Oh.
In Seattle. So I think, and I think they can block it because it's more like it would be a lateral move if he, kept his position now and then went down there and was a run game coordinator.
Well,
I know.
The rich get richer, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
we got to, we got to go back to back, Matt.
Don't want to help poor old Las Vegas.
Back.
Nope. It's okay. No, it's fine. Whatever.
I'm trying not to root against you, but when it comes to taking our coaches,
it's fine.
I can't let it go.
We'll suck forever. You can have your parades and stuff, but no, don't let New Orleans get a run game coordinator.
You get the number 1 overall pick this year.
Yeah.
Fernando.
We earned it. Okay.
You did.
We earned it.
You were the worst team.
We pissed Max Crosby off in order to get it. Okay. I did something.
By the way, he went off on a podcast, I think this week.
Max did?
Yes.
Oh,
he was like, I'm sick of people like talking about my business. Like, I'll decide what I want to. Like, he was like heated.
Yeah, Max is
he
fiery.
He was heated, but he didn't say anything about like, hey, I want to be.
He didn't deny
Raiders.
it.
Yeah. So,
oh, well.
We'll see where he goes.
We'll see. I mean, Kubiak is saying all the right things in terms of we want him to be around here and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. We'll believe it when we see it. But first step is Fernando. Come on home, Fernando. Right now, it is time to... Now it is time to pick a side.
Yeah, the board wasn't very fast right there, but...
Speed up,
It
board.
was snoozing. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Slept in.
3-day weekend board.
Yeah.
Yeah, board's already on vacation,
For sure.
All right, first pick a side for today. We're doing college football talk.
Okay.
Okay, fair or foul on this Trinidad Chambliss story. So the NCAA denied him eligibility. He appealed it. The NCAA denied his eligibility. They appealed it. The NCAA denied his eligibility a third time. For reference, he played 4 years at Division II, 1 year at Ole Miss, trying to get a 6th year of eligibility.
Okay.
Trinidad Chambliss then got a Mississippi judge who is an Ole Miss graduate to give a temporary injunction that will allow him to play next season. Are we going fair or foul on them essentially circumventing the NCAA rules because the NCAA doesn't want to get sued?
So I was very confused about this because the grounds for why they feel, or Chambliss feels he deserves another year of eligibility is like a medical red shirt in 2022. But the NCAA is saying that they never submitted like the proper medical paperwork or whatever.
The NCAA can go wet itself. The NCAA is literally pointless.
And they're also just afraid of getting sued.
Yeah.
So they're also like, whatever, do whatever you want.
They shouldn't even be around.
Right.
So Matt was trying to figure it out. Then Kayla was just like, NCAA, I gotta go fight him.
When you said that, it's just like, okay, and what's the relevance?
But I don't know whose side I'm on because basically what Chambliss is saying is like, they redshirted me. Excuse me, I just spit everywhere. They redshirted me, so I get that year of eligibility back. And the NCAA is, I guess, saying, well, they redshirted you improperly, so they just didn't play you for the year. To which Chambliss is going, I didn't play for a year. I don't know.
It's fair. Altogether fair for me. Altogether fair. Because, first of all, the young man, if he wants to play that hard, and again, he was in Division II for 2 years. So
I think it was 4 years.
I'm so confused by this story, but
I
think I'm Team Chambliss.
He wants one more year at Ole Miss. Let the man. They just lost Lane Kiffin. I mean, I feel bad for him. He went to the depths of finding a judge that was an Ole Miss grad. Give him. I think it's fair. He put in the effort.
Even though he's going to be 24 years old.
That's not that. It's not 27.
It's like a 28-year-old playing.
I mean, there's BYU guys that have gone on their missions and they come back and they're 27. As long as it's not over like 25, I'm fine with it.
All right, I think I'm on your. I think I'm with you.
fair.
I guess I'm team player in this instance.
Me too.
But it's a very confusing story.
No, it is. And the story itself is crazy because, like, the NCAA judges didn't even bother showing up to the hearing because they already knew the result was going to be in favor of Trinidad Chambliss. So, this, just for context, because, again, this whole story is super interesting. The NCAA got sued for, like, back pay on athlete compensation. It was the House case, not House of Representatives. Literally a person named House was the defendant or the plaintiff, whatever. But they have to pay like billions of dollars back to athletes because they don't have the money. In order to avoid going bankrupt, they reached a settlement, but the NCAA doesn't want to fight any of these cases because they're so worried about losing and spending money losing court cases that they're just not even, like, trying. Like, Diego Pavia getting an extra year, Trinidad Chambliss, like, they don't even care to fight it because in their minds they can't afford to keep fighting it. It's truly crazy how it's going.
Get rid of the NCAA, and you have to find a way to...
They're just so broke they can't fight to protect their own rules.
Well, I learned Kayla hates the NCAA.
I cannot stand the NCAA. They're worthless. Moving on.
Yeah, anyways, so pick a side number 2. The Home Run Derby. Is it the best event in any All-Star game?
Yes. It's the only one that has been able to stay relevant and fun. And I used to love the slam dunk contest. I had a thing come up today on my Twitter algorithm that it was bringing me up to date on the Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine slam off.
2 years in a row.
It was so incredible. It was so fun to watch. And then it just kind of became nothing.
Yeah.
The Home Run Derby every year seems to find a way to just keep me compelled, I should say. And they do bring in some younger stars, but they also have the guys that stick around and still can hit the ball.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a fun thing. You got all the teammates down there, the families that are cheering them on. I think it is the best event, and the longevity has been a proof of that.
They've adapted the Home Run Derby format, too, to where it's now like a little more timed and a little more race element and like a tournament element to it.
For sure.
I think, wasn't there the drama last year's Home Run Derby that Brent Rooker barely missed out because of like something that I can't remember all the specifics.
There's always a little drama.
But yeah, I think it is compelling and it's fun because it's also like the same way the three-point contest is the best thing that the NBA does because regardless of how much it matters or not, it's still an unbelievable skill to watch these guys shoot as well as they do. Watching guys hit moonshots in baseball, just like going to a game early and watching batting practice, it means nothing, but you're just mesmerized by how far these guys hit the ball. By the way, if Nick Kurtz isn't in the Home Run Derby this year,
that's something to look forward to.
Something's going to be wrong, very wrong. We got to get Nick Kurtz and Aaron Judge in the Home Run Derby at the same time, But yes, I agree. The Home Run Derby does it right.
You guys aren't going to believe this. I disagree because the best of the dunk contest is better than the best of any other competition. I am so mad. The problem with the dunk contest is there's only one good one every like 5 years. But when the dunk contest is good, nothing is better than the dunk contest.
They just need to get back to not once every 5 years because then you're losing people's interest.
No, but they just can't because there's just not enough NBA competent dunkers. My point for years, I love watching those like YouTubers who do the insane dunks. If they got those guys to do a dunk contest at the All-Star weekend, it would be the coolest thing in the world. Dudes are doing backflips and dunking, reverse dunks behind their heads.
That they're on?
No, you're thinking of slam ball.
Oh.
No, there's like professional dunker. They did a TV show on TNT a few years ago. I think they have a YouTube version of it.
Embarrass like the NBA guys?
Yes, they're already kind of.
No, they're professional dunkers.
Okay.
They're doing like 360 dunks from the free throw line and stuff. It's so cool.
I enjoyed the older dunk contest. I really did. Like the Aaron Gordon years.
Aaron Gordon got robbed twice.
He did get robbed.
Twice.
I'm like, what happened there?
No, I hear what Kyle's saying in terms of like a great dunk contest is talked about for a long time and iconic moments or whatever. But the whole caveat to once every 5 years is what kills the argument for me because I think the Home Run Derby gives you something every year that's compelling. I still remember I think it was Yankee Stadium watching
Josh Hamilton
hit a billion moonshots.
Wow, that's
watching
right.
Prince Fielder hit the ball clear out of the stadium at another. Like, I think like it's. And when you see them go on those runs where you're just like, he's crushing everything.
It's like momentum. They get on that like a momentum swing.
Crushed.
Yeah.
Plus, I like watching all the kids in center field try and catch the ball and just fall over each other.
Oh, I love when a kid gets drilled with a baseball. They weren't ready for it. It's so funny.
Dang!
That one year the kid got drilled in the head with a baseball, head on a swivel. Anyways, one last one. 3-day weekends.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a time for rest or for doing tons of activities because you have more time?
You guys, back in my days, I would say it was definitely a time for doing activities. Like, load up the weekend, have a girls' weekend. Now, once in a while, we still do that. But for me, like, I am like not doing anything.
Yep.
Maybe getting organized, maybe doing some laundry, but I take the time to just relax and not think about much.
Yeah, having a kid makes the decision for me because you can't just rest in the house for 3 days. We got to go do something. We're gonna go to like the zoo or the train museum or something.
You line up some stuff.
We have to just to get out of the house. But I would significantly rather have a day where I just am in my pajamas playing video games all day. Don't happen until that kid is playing pajama video games with me. Yep. We're not there yet, so we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I would much rather be a lazy bum. But
Kyle?
I will say Monday is for being a lazy bum. Saturday and Sunday are for doing activities.
There you go.
You can go out on Sunday night because you don't have work on Monday.
Best of both worlds.
When we come back, Bobby Gerald. He is amazing at breaking down the NBA draft and draft prospects. He joins us to talk about the top of the class and some secret names to keep an eye on a little bit too. Bobby Gerald joins us next. Matt and Kayla, Sac-Town Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit BarNoneAuction.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sac-Town Sports 1140. Sacktown Sports 1140.
Before we get to the great Bobby Gerald, Sacktown Sports is giving you a chance to win Sacramento Kings tickets all week long, and this is your last chance on our show to win. We're looking for lucky caller number 4 at 916-339-1140 to win a pair of tickets to see the Sacramento Kings versus the Orlando Magic on Thursday, February 19th. That is the first game back after the All-Star break. The Kings taking on the Magic inside the Golden One Center. You can come see the game with myself. I think Kayla's going to be there too.
I know.
That's caller number 4 at 916-339-1140 for a pair of Sacramento Kings tickets. Awesome. Bobby Gerald is going to join us over the video. So we're getting that all set up here in just a little bit. Looking forward to being able to chat with Bobby Gerald. Again, if you are ever curious about not just the top guys in the draft, because we have so many amazing draft experts around the NBA world that do phenomenal coverage of the top of the draft and the main parts of the draft. But Bobby's site is properly named. It's called Hoop Obsession. Because Bobby is clearly obsessed with covering the game from all facets. So it's not just the top dogs. He loves diving in deep and watching and scouting talent, whether it's domestically here in the United States, from small schools to big schools, not just the number 1, number 2 guys, but the 3rd and 4th guys, all the way to international players. Like Bobby is truly obsessed with the game. He loves the game. So he always provides phenomenal coverage of the draft, these draft prospects. And check out hoopobsession.com throughout the entire build-up to the draft, as well as after the draft happens. If the Sacramento Kings bring on the next Dylan Cardwell or Keon Ellis, somebody that's undrafted that you haven't really heard of, whoever they offer 2-way contracts to going into next season, check out what Bobby had to say about them on Hoop Obsession. Or better yet, we'll just go and bring in Bobby right before the Summer League to tell us about the other names that are on this Kings team. And on just in the G League period or in the Summer League period to pay attention and watch, because I guarantee you Bobby knows. And listen, it's impossible to have 100% success rate when talking about these players. So much of the draft is a crapshoot. But if Bobby Gerald tells you a player's good, I'm not saying he has a 100% success rate, but Bobby is usually pretty spot on when it comes to the talent at all levels, not just the superstar talent in the draft. So looking forward to talking to him about all of these names, especially true like Caleb Wilson, who broke his hand. So I wonder how Bobby thinks.
I've heard from Caleb Wilson recently, by the way.
How so?
He's just been on social. He's like, I'm not done. I'll be back. I love, like, that to me. I know, again, Darren Peterson is Darren Peterson talent rise. But I love that kind of response from a young man who is in the draft, like just the competitive part of it. I love seeing that. I was like, that's right. Okay, you got brownie points from me, Caleb Wilson.
Well, I'm interested to see or hear what Bobby thinks of how that will affect Caleb. Like the top of this draft, of course, is fascinating here in Sacramento. We don't know where the Kings are going to end up, but they have options. This draft class in general is considered very, very deep at the top. But again, Bobby is the guy that'll tell you why the entire draft class, all the way down to pick 60 and even beyond that, is deep. And Bobby Gerald joins us right now. Bobby, I love your work at Hoop Obsession. You know that. I'm always ready to talk draft prospects with you. It's not normally in mid-February that we're starting this conversation this early, but that's where the Sacramento Kings are at. How are you, my friend? And how would you best summarize this draft class and so far from what you've been able to dive into this year, this crop of prospects, and what not just Sacramento Kings fans, but NBA fans can look forward to with the 2026 class that'll be joining us soon?
Well, good to see you, Matt and Kayla. It's nice to meet you. I wanted to say that, it's really early in the process. So it's a little bit hard to totally nail it down, but I think we're looking at a pretty good draft. And I think we're looking at, 4 guys, maybe 5 guys at the top that I think have a chance to be really good NBA players when it's all said and done. A couple who, might be really special depending upon how everything shakes out. So, I mean, I think you're starting at the top with Darren Peterson and, some of the things that he can do. I think he's the best overall offensive player in the college game that we've seen. The defense, we're going to give it a little more time to see if he comes around and gets a little bit better on that end. The early numbers haven't been very good for him on defense, but if you watch him play, you can just see that this guy can create his own shot. He's a good athlete. He shares it. He has the positional size for the NBA. And so he really looks like the real deal as a prospect. You just hope that his injury problems are not something that he's going to be fighting throughout his career.
We'll ask you about individual guys more in just a second, Bobby, but you mentioned this is very early in the process. How does the process start of evaluating this talent? And I think a lot of people will really say, I watch college basketball and take a lot away from college basketball when it's March Madness time, right? When the stakes are highest. But when you say it's early in the process, what are you looking for right now at this point in time when you're evaluating talent? We're into the thick of the college basketball season at this point, but still there's plenty to go.
So I'm a little different than a lot of other people, as you have already know, Matt, as far as how I go about it. But I like to watch, from summer league through the beginning of NBA preseason, all the way through NBA. Then I'll spend some time looking at the G League players. I try to spend a full week looking at the G League players to see the landscape of what's going on there, because there are a lot of guys in the G League who potentially can fit right in with, some of these draft picks. Now, maybe not on the high end, but there are definitely some positional players that you can find in the G League at this time. So I watch the NBA, then I watch G League, and then I get into my college, and that's where I'm at right now. And I just feel like that gives me a better perspective on the entire landscape. And so I'm looking for guys that, I'm looking for everything, basically, when you watch a basketball player, but mainly for me, can you shoot? If you can't shoot, and when I say can you shoot, I'm talking about someone who makes like a third of their 3-point shots on decent volume. And if you can't shoot, then over the years, I've kind of simplified it, and it's become really simple for me now. It's like, if you can't shoot, are you special otherwise? And so when I say that, I'm talking like Ament Thompson would be a good example. He's not in this draft, but he's someone who can't really shoot from the outside. But if you watch him, you can clearly see that this guy's special. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is someone who fluctuates. At this point, at this time, at the All-Star break, he actually is shooting better than 33% from 3-point range. But even if he wasn't, you would obviously say Giannis is special otherwise, right? So that's the level of special I'm talking about if you can't shoot. So it really starts for me with shooting. Then I like to see, what's the guy's feel for basketball? Does he share the basketball? That's a big deal to me. And I try to look at, I'll give point guards and guards a little grace if they don't play with talented big men. Because that's something I think every point guard or guard can really help themselves and their assist to turnover ratio and stuff like that if they're playing with other talented players, especially talented bigs. Defense, certainly I think defense is literally half the game, and you have to be able to play defense, but you can't be someone who's just a defensive specialist. You also have to be able to bring some of that offense to your game. So those are just some of the things that I'm looking for at this time of the year. But mostly, when you watch a prospect, you want to be able to look at them and envision them on an NBA floor and think, hey, is this going to work when it's time for him to be mixing it up with the big boys?
Bobby Gerald, kind enough to join us. Great work on Hoop Obsession. We're doing a little early draft talk because we're all excited here kind of to look forward to something in Sacramento.
Gotta look forward to something.
Yeah, we do. And I'm going to go back to Darren Peterson, Bobby, because you just explained like all the things you look for. And most of that is on the court. Like that's what you're doing. You're breaking down stuff. Do you ever, in terms of fit wise though, too, just and where you're going, with a guy like that's young and he's going to an organization possibly that is trying to completely rebuild. Do you look at anything that has kind of happened in college this year with him and some of the things that people are talking about with him not playing, not just because of injury maybe, but just his opinion if he wants to play or not?
Yeah, it definitely gives me pause. I think anyone with half a brain would have to say, man, this is a little concerning, right? This guy, he's pulled out of games with cramps, and he had a bad ankle injury. He's had some cramping issues with his quads, and the cynical side of me wants to say, I'm scared about this guy. I'm old enough to have been around when I should not even go to Purvis Ellison. Let me just let's go to Marvin Bagley.
Oh,
okay?
no. Do we have to?
So, I mean, and Marvin wasn't hurt to a terrible degree, but he had a problem staying on the court while he was in Sacramento, and it was very frustrating. And for a myriad of other reasons too, mostly because everyone felt like they should have picked Luka Doncic instead of Marvin Bagley. But I digress. But even going back to Purvis Ellison, when he was here with the Sacramento Kings, the Kings had the number 1 pick way back a million years ago, and it wasn't the greatest draft. Purvis Ellison was not the prospect that Darren Peterson was. But I was here, and it was so frustrating because Purvis hardly ever played. They called his nickname originally was Never Nervous Purvis, and then it went to Out of Service Purvis. Yeah. So it's, it can be very frustrating. But I will say this, in preparing to talk with you guys today, I did a little bit more digging, listened to a bunch of interviews with Bill Self, who is the head coach at Kansas, to see what, where he's at on this. And he and some other people have pointed out, again, different ages, different players completely. But Aaron Gordon, who's in the NBA with the Denver Nuggets, he pulled his hamstring and he missed 19 games.
Yep.
So hamstrings are and they really can be. Anyone who knows who's ever really pulled a hamstring knows that it can take time to get yourself right. And so the hamstring injury to start with, then the issues with the quad, then Bill Self said, it's just bad luck. The kid really did get sick. He's been sick all week. He finally did practice this week, and he's likely to play, I believe, tomorrow. They have I think 10 in the morning tip off tomorrow, our time, at Iowa State. So I would urge everyone to get their TVs on. I think that's on ABC, and watch that game tomorrow morning before you get into all your NBA All-Star festivities and all that kind of stuff. But I would be nervous, Kayla. I really would. I would be nervous. But I also know from doing this for many, many years that in February, you don't want to plant your flag too strongly with any opinion. Let this play out. Let's see what happens through conference tournament time. Let's see what happens when March Madness comes and it really matters. And let's see if by the end of this college season, do we still have those same, scary feelings about him? Or, who's to say that starting tomorrow, he plays every game and finishes out the season? And then it was much ado about nothing. So we really are looking at the start of November to right now. It's not a very long period of time to be judging or make a final judgment on Darren Peterson. I will tell you this, he's number 1 on my board right now, and he will remain number 1 on my board most likely, unless we get to that point where it's just too obvious that, okay, hey, this might be an issue going forward when he's in the NBA. And I really hope it's not. I hope he's not one of those guys, because it is a pain in the butt to have a low pain tolerance or someone who's not available if they're not 100%. And that's one of the things Bill Self, I think, if you read between the lines, he has said that, and he'll use the word they. They wanted to hold him out. So who's they? Well, it's his agent, his family. It's different times in college basketball now. They have agents and they're worried about the bigger picture. And so they were advising this kid, if you're not 100%, don't go. And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, you can't do that in the NBA. I mean, no one's 100%. You might be 100% for that first preseason game, and then after that, you're varying degrees of 95 to, down to 70% maybe when you're not feeling well. So long-winded answer of saying, yes, I'm concerned, but I also have been doing it long enough to know that let's wait and see.
Bobby Gerald is an NBA draft expert, guru, whatever you want to call it, for Hoop Obsession. Bobby, speaking of, or keeping on kind of the topic of injuries, we saw the broken hand now for Caleb Wilson, and he's a name that a lot of Sacramento Kings fans have a tremendous amount of interest in. Again, you said you don't want to plant your flag too early with anything, but with an injury like that, my reaction to it, or my takeaway from it, is I don't think it should be too significant or play too big of a factor on him being considered at the top of the draft, simply because it's not like a knee or an ACL or anything quite that serious. We've seen broken hands and you come back just fine from it. But what do you make not just of his recent injury, but his game in general and the interest in Sacramento about him?
If Caleb Wilson's season ended today, he'd have a very nice body of work to already look at. So he's going to fall into my low percentage shooter category, most likely. It's still, I think, remains to be seen a little bit about him positionally. But I think he's one of those guys that even if he doesn't shoot it, if you watch him, he's special. I think it's easy to see that. So he could take people off the dribble. The early defensive numbers are really good. And what he's able to do at his size off the bounce with his agility, strength, and power, sometimes it's been jaw-dropping, some of the stuff I've seen him do. I'm a person, again, like I said, the way I watch college basketball is a little bit different. A lot of times I'm watching on DVR, so I can fast forward through all the commercials. I hate watching the commercials, but I also do that a little bit to stay away from some of the narratives of that surround a 24-hour period when a game is played. I might wait 2 weeks later and watch that game, let the hype die down a little bit, and then try to really focus on, well, okay, what am I really seeing here? And what I see with Caleb Wilson is something that I really like. Like, I probably I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. Let's say that there are real concerns about Peterson. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that the top four are set in stone in any way. I think Debansa is a really good prospect who's gonna score in the NBA. I mean, he wakes up scoring. So he's gonna be a problem. Cam Boozer's probably, he's in the conversation. Athletically, he doesn't pop like some of these other guys, and so I think that there's a chance that maybe if someone does slide, it might be him. But between Peterson, Debansa, Caleb Wilson, I'm not sure that you can go wrong unless something does go wrong.
Bobby, let's even talk about a guy I feel like who maybe has seen his stock rise a little bit in the past month or so, and it's Kingston Flemings, the point guard out of Houston. I'm curious as to what you've seen, especially lately, out of him that maybe has allowed his stock to rise a bit.
Man, I like Kingston Fleming a lot. He has not just the quickness necessary to succeed in the NBA as far as athletically, running, jumping, that kind of quickness, but the quickness of mind, the processing speed. When you watch him, it stands out. It really does. And he plays for my favorite college coach, Kelvin Sampson.
Yes.
He might rub some people the wrong way, but man, this guy gets it done, and nobody better at running out of bounds plays, and just his philosophy of the game, I think, kind of aligns with a lot of the things that I believe. So Kingston Flemings, I think, came on the scene, maybe surprising some people who weren't hip to, who this guy is, what he might be capable of doing. But he checks the boxes in a big way. He's a 36% 3-point shooter. He's over 80 from the free throw line. Strong assist to turnover ratio. He's pushing like a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. So this guy is really getting it done. And I think he's going to be a factor down the stretch. And it's kind of interesting there because Milos Uzian, I think, was the guy at the beginning of the season that people thought, oh, he's this experienced point guard and he's going to come back, but he's totally been overshadowed by Kingston Flemings. I mean, Kingston Flemings, if you haven't watched the Houston Cougars, watch this kid, watch the quickness, pay attention to how he processes the game. I think you're right, Kayla. I think there's a really legit chance that he could be someone who sneaks in and disrupts that top four.
Bobby, you talked about him already. We're talking about to Bobby Gerald from hoopobsession.com, breaking down the NBA draft, and not just the NBA draft. He breaks down all draft prospects, G League, Summer League. He's just truly Hoop Obsession is the perfect name for your site, Bobby, for so many reasons. But I want to go back to AJ Debansa because I love me AJ Debansa. I've become a big fan of AJ. And I got to listen to your advice. Don't plant your flag too deep there. But I am. Sure. I've got the flag in the corner of AJ Debansa right now for many reasons. And I've heard rumblings that he has a lot of fans in the Sacramento Kings organization. Now the Kings just kind of embarrassed themselves in front of him sitting courtside in Utah the other night. Yeah. So I don't know how much that impacted things, but I love AJ's offensive game, and while you can't worry too much about fit when you're looking for your future star, I love the idea of him next to Keegan and how they could complement each other on the wing. Can you talk just a little bit more about what you see from AJ and how his game can translate, not just in the NBA, but as you know, Bobby, the Kings are star hunting. They're looking for Batman. They're looking for 1A. Does he have the potential or the maybe even likelihood of being that guy and handling that pressure that the Kings would put on him if they were to draft him?
Yes. I think everything about AJ that I've seen, he's groomed to be a star. He, like, as I said earlier, this guy's going to score. He covers ground in an amazing way. He can take he'd be at like the 3-point line and take 2 steps and get to the basket. So tremendously offensively skilled. The shot's a little bit flat, but I think he's shooting like 35% right now from 3-point range, which is certainly acceptable. But what I really like about him is just the pressure that he puts on defenses with his offense. So he gets to the free throw line all day, every day. And that's a good thing in basketball. The sooner you can get yourself into the bonus, it helps you. It just promotes winning. So I think AJ's, the flat shot really is my one concern with him. I think his feel is good enough. Like I said, he covers the ground with the long strides and just looks like that's a guy like you could just look at and say, that's an NBA player. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to watch AJ Debansa and see that he's going to be an NBA player. So I think he's right there in the mix with all these guys. Maybe I'd want him to care a little bit more on defense, but hey, we'll worry about that later because this guy's he has star potential. So again, I still think Peterson is the better offensive prospect, but I do think that AJ is the better scorer. I think he's gonna score, but I think overall Peterson would still be the guy that I would prefer a little bit more than AJ if all things are equal. And if we're not worried about Peterson's health and the quad issues and the sniffles and whatever else it is that might keep him out. I'm just praying that guy's not a softy cone. You know what I mean? You just you can't have a soft serve ice cream guy in the NBA and use him with the first pick. I mean, can you imagine how tragic that would be if the Kings finally did get the first pick and we drafted this guy and he turned out to just be, for lack of a better term, a wuss.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I would hate to have that happen. And I hope that that's not the case. I don't think that's the case based, again, like I said, on listening to Coach Self and some of the things he said. He's basically debunked a lot of this stuff. But sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. And I know you guys, both of you are a little bit younger, so I don't know about this reference, but Earth, Wind, and Fire, the great Maurice White, who's the guru of Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's much more than September, people.
Yep.
He says, watch for the signs that lead in the right direction. And sometimes it is that simple. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just, you're watching a guy or you get this feeling like you have right now about Peterson and maybe these are the signs we need to be watching because right now it doesn't look great, but we're going to give it time.
I selfishly want to ask you one more, Bobby, from me, Bobby Gerald from Hoop Obsession. We're breaking down early draft stuff. So I spent some time with Coach Barnes in Tennessee covering that program, and I always am curious about some of these prospects because they've had a lot lately, but Nate Ament specifically. Just if you've seen anything of him and maybe the growth from the start of the season to now.
Yeah, I think Nate's coming off of a couple of really good games, and he needed to have a couple of good games because he definitely has slipped, in my opinion. Right now, he is a tad below that threshold for shooting the three. But I think when you look at him, a guy who's 6'10", who has some shooting ability, is definitely someone you're going to have to take seriously. He was kind of a late riser in the world of scouting as far as the high school kids are concerned. I don't get too much into the high school stuff, but he's someone that I think is getting better as the season goes on. He looks more comfortable now than he did when I was first watching him earlier in the year. And even though I'm lower on him than a lot of folks are right now, there's plenty of time to turn that around if he can continue, kind of the upward trend that he seems to be on at this point. I think people will take him a little bit more seriously. I mean, 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan and, an 18-year-old kid. Those are things you just don't see every day. So, but not all of them work out. You know what I mean? Like, not all these guys are going to be NBA All-Stars. We know that there's going to be some swings and there's going to be some misses, and you just hope that you weed it out and get it correctly once June rolls around.
Bobby, the chat loves your Earth, Wind, and Fire quotes, so keep those coming. They're asking for Temptations and Commodores as well, so we'll have to save that for next time. Hey, man, keep up the phenomenal work that you do. This will not be the last time we talk to Bobby Gerald before the draft itself, and I'm very interested to see how things may change or when Bobby gets more information and more time watching these guys, how things may look when we get close to draft night in, June, July, whenever it is. Sooner than later, hopefully, for us, Bobby. Late June. We appreciate your time, as always, my friend. Thank you so much. We'll talk very, very soon. Have a great one. Enjoy the All-Star break while you can.
Thank you, too, for having me. Welcome to Sacramento, Kayla. And I hope that you two also get a little time off this weekend and enjoy yourselves.
Thanks, we will do our best. That is the wonderful Bobby Gerald. Check out all of his work at Hoop Obsession. Right now, we will take the break. When we come back, we'll run through some of the matchups for our top prospects happening this weekend. But on Saturday, Commissioner Adam Silver is going to be doing a press conference that is going to be interesting to say the least. What is one question that we'd each ask Adam Silver if we got the opportunity about the state of the league and more? That's coming up next. Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Coach Christie here for Folsom Lake Ford, letting you know the President's Day Sell-a-thon is on. And with your approved credit, get 0% financing plus 0 down on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. Interest accrues from date of purchase.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Join Sactown Sports downtown before every Kings game and pick up an In-Shape Fitness Kings Rally Towel while supplies last. If you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong. Start the year strong and join today at InShape.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Hagen Oaks knows you can buy a driver off the shelf anywhere, but Hagen Oaks is the only place where you'll find total game fitting. The Hagen Oaks TrackMan-powered player performance studio fits clubs to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Ball Fitter finds your optimum golf ball. The putter fitting studio makes you a better putter, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds your correct fit. In fact, Hagen Oaks will fit you from head to toe with equipment and apparel to make you the player you want to be. It's total game fitting, and it's only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
You remember me from a show called And Joe? I'm back on the radio, Sacramento. It's Joe Mami, and when you need your new country fix, join me weekdays from 6 to 10 for the Pat and Cody with Joe show on New Country 105.1 KNCI or on the free KNCI app.
At Stockton Honda, we know how to honor a great deal. Like right now during our President's Day sales event. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, you can find star-spangled savings on some of our best models. Why not stop in today and see for yourself? Come celebrate at Stockton Honda and get huge savings on our giant selection. Plus top dollar for your trade.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. And more. Line dancing live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. It's the perfect Valentine's gift. Surprise them with live country music and dancing. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center and Hilton Sacramento. For more info, visit CITPFest.com. From Sony Pictures Animation, the studio that brought you Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, comes GOAT, the original action comedy set in an all-animated world. The story follows Will, a small goat who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros. Executive produced by Stephen Curry. GOAT, in theaters today.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Dang, Matt, lunch of champions over there,
It's
huh?
not lunch, it's just a snack.
Snack of champions over there.
Listen, Skittles always hit right.
They do. Well, and I'm
Number one
a
candy.
fan of Doritos too. Skittles are the number one candy?
They're my number one candy.
Oh, okay.
Doritos aren't my favorite chip.
What is? Sour cream and onion Lay's.
I like the salt and vinegar Lay's.
Those are good
I'm a fan of those, but I'm like a cracker guy. I like
crackers.
I like Goldfish or like
Me too.
white cheddar Cheez-Its
Me too.
or regular Cheez-Its.
Wheat Thins?
They're okay.
Like Wheat Thins with cheese.
Yeah, I need something to dip it in.
Ooh.
Yep. I'm snacking.
By the way,
it's a Friday. Let me snack.
That's true. I
Did
have
you
my
know-
rice cake. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Kyle's trying to get in. I'm like, here's my rice cakes.
Here's your
healthy snack.
dry cakes with a little bit of caramel on them.
They're not bad.
Anyways, I was going to say, all Skittles taste exactly the same?
Yeah, we had this combo.
Yeah. I pretend
Did we
they.
have that combo in the break?
I pretend they. I
That one
remember
time?
having that. Yeah.
Because we came in and we taste tested them.
Yes.
Right, Kyle?
I remember doing it at one point.
Something like that. Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, because you blindly gave Matt stuff.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So all Skittles taste like every Skittle, for those who are wondering.
Prospect Watch this weekend if you're looking for something to do during your 3-day weekend, other than Valentine's Day, of course. Darren Peterson will be playing against Iowa State on Saturday. AJ Debansa and BYU will host Colorado on Sunday. Cam Boozer and Duke hosts Clemson at 9 a.m. on Saturday, so some early morning hoops for you. Kingston Flemings and Houston taking on Iowa State on Monday. They also play against Kansas State on Saturday. Caleb Wilson, unfortunately, is out with a broken hand, so you can't watch him very much right now. But another thing that's going to be interesting, I don't know if we're going to be able to watch it live or not. I imagine we would. Someone will stream it somewhere. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has a press conference at All-Star Weekend every single year. And I've attended it. It's very interesting. Typically, the national list of national media, meaning like the biggest names, are the ones that get the opportunity to ask him questions. And I think he's going to be facing the firing squad this All-Star break. Not because he's in trouble or anything like that, but just the league. There's a lot going on with the league. He's going to face a lot of tanking questions. Face a lot of relocation questions with the talk about Seattle and Vegas. That'll be probably positive. Although people will want details, and we'll see how he downplays it. There's a lot that Adam Silver, the stuff, the scandals that have been happening since the offseason around the NBA. Adam Silver's got his work cut out for him. So if we were the nationalist of national media, and we were in the room and got the microphone and got the opportunity to ask Adam Silver, Commissioner Adam Silver, a question about just the state of the league, what is it you're most curious, and it could be an obvious question, but what is it you guys are most curious to know or hear Adam talk about specifically?
I would probably say right now, I don't know if I would want to go the direction of what everybody else is doing in terms of the tanking per se, because, I know he probably will address it. If you want to know my honest opinion, I'm curious right now. Like, if I could ask a question, he'd give me an honest answer, like a true honest answer. Like, how relevant do you think the league is right now amongst all sports? And do you feel like it has gotten better in that realm of things? Like, do you feel like where is it relevancy wise? Do you feel like you have actually improved the game and that you have gotten more viewers?
You know what I think, to that point, what he actually will face less of than maybe he initially thought? I think there might be less apron conversation.
You think?
Because the trade deadline still ended up giving us fireworks.
At the end. Because if it didn't, we would have definitely heard more apron conversations.
Because it was apron. Now it's tanking. Because the trade deadline gave us at least, not necessarily in Sacramento beyond the DeAndre Hunter thing, but from the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade to now that's become a tanking conversation more than a trade conversation. He might face that. But that's where I think when you say relevancy, that's where my brain goes, because the trade deadline is so relevant, and that's where the NBA owns.
There's all these things that make it relevant,
and
right?
I think Adam would say that. I think Adam would be like, look, during Super Bowl week, we were all over the headlines. So I think we're very relevant as a league. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear his response to that.
Yeah.
The question that I would ask Adam in regards to tanking is, how prepared are you to fundamentally change the game in the league? Because a lot of these tanking fixes are so not far-fetched, but are so significant that the landscape of how the league is looked at, how it operates, how it runs, completely will change. From Dave's relegation idea to different, get rid of the lottery system. Some people saying get rid of the draft, like fundamentally changing what the NBA has been and is. So my question again to Adam would be, like, are you prepared to completely change the league in order to address this problem? Or are you looking for whatever you can do to maintain the league pretty much as it is with some tweaks on the side that address tanking? Because if that were the case, then I think the answer would be what we talked about already, like draft picks and stuff like that. Like, or not draft pick protections, thank you, and stuff like that. Like, that's a tweak you can make while not fundamentally changing the game. I would be very curious to hear if Adam's like thinking big or if he's thinking tweak.
And I think the way he kind of does stuff, and I know the apron thing is separate because he pretty much drastically changed things with that. But the tanking is such a hard one to figure out, and I feel like he's one to tinker a little bit. Like, maybe it is something where he does the pick protection thing first and sees if that would work, fixing some of that, and then if that doesn't work and it's still a conversation, then you take a more drastic measure.
What's interesting is you said something that I actually disagree with, but I think it's just a mindset.
Oh, you can disagree with me.
No, you're talking about the apron system. I think was a tweak that had pretty big effects, because the apron system hasn't fundamentally changed the game. People are talking about getting rid of the draft. This fundamentally changes how your league works.
Right. Okay.
The apron system.
You're saying that this is gonna like fundamentally.
Right.
Instead of just like one thing.
Because you can add something. You're going to have to add something that is drastic enough to change things, which is what the apron system did. But the apron system didn't change how the game is played. It just changed the flexibility.
If
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just
You're
a clarification.
talking about just like how the game is played.
Yes, if you fundamentally change the way the game is played or the playoff system or something.
I don't think I don't know. I don't see Silver like wanting to do that.
I agree.
Necessarily.
I agree. I don't
At
think
least
he wants,
not on his watch.
I don't think he wants to completely flip the NBA on its head and change what basketball is in America.
It's a little risky.
I don't think he wants to do
for
that.
him.
Kyle, what would you ask Adam if you could?
Mine, I guess, would be more of a capital J journalism question that
Sure.
I know I would definitely not get a real answer from him
Hey, you
out
got
of
the microphone. You can ask.
Yes. So back in, I think it was October, the NBA reopened their partnership with China, and that included like a $5 billion investment from Chinese companies back into the NBA. And part of that, well, first of all, it's the first time this has happened since the whole Hong Kong Daryl Morey thing happened. But also it included reopening their junior NBA academies in China, despite the fact that years ago there was a report that players were being physically abused at these camps and there was a lack of education and stuff like that. And no one's asked Adam Silver about the NBA going back into China because the NBA doesn't want you to know that they're going back to investing in China because they're worried that if they get media coverage in America, that it'll lead to a similar blackmailing of what happened with the Daryl Morey thing. So they're slowly reintegrating their way back into China without people really wanting to know about it. So I would ask Adam Silver that and force him to have to answer it.
That's where we would see thinking on his feet Adam Silver, who would probably try and steer the competition or the conversation towards the growth of the game internationally and not so much of the topic at hand.
I know that was when they asked Roger Goodell about the Epstein stuff and the owners and stuff, and he was you could just see his wheels turning, and they asked 4 follow-ups too. So yeah, it's one of those things those are the things when you're a commissioner and those things are asked. I feel so awkward in the moment too. It's oh gosh.
Yeah, that would certainly change the tone in the room to say the absolute least. That doesn't mean it's a bad question though. Coming up next, Kayla's Olympic Minute. Hey, we've already had some wild press conference moments from the Olympics, have we?
Yeah.
Is this one a little less crazy?
Well, yeah, let's just say don't get your hopes up for this one.
Okay, well, Kayla's Olympic Minute is coming up next. Maybe bad news for Team USA based off of what Kayla just said there. I don't know. I'm still an obnoxious American fan, so hopefully we get something to cheer about. Kayla's Olympic Minute to wrap up the third hour of the show. Coming up next, Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. You can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This President's Day Sell-a-thon, your California Ford dealers are celebrating with savings. Now through February 16th, the award-winning Ford lineup moves those who move the nation. For a limited time, get the biggest deals on an incredible selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks. Like the Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Or the adventure-ready Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, with GOAT modes that go over any type of terrain for the great outdoors. And check out the iconic Ford Mustang and its exhilarating performance. To the ones who keep America moving, these President's Day Sell-a-thon deals are for you, and it's your chance to save on your brand new Ford vehicle. Hurry in today to your local California Ford dealer. The President's Day Sell-a-thon ends February 16th. Based on S&P Global Mobility 1946 to current U.S. total new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Now I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan. 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device, credit service, ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T-level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Olympics, but a giant all-star competition.
But actual people that care at least.
Yeah. It's like once every 4 years they get this opportunity,
At least
right?
the Olympics are entertaining in that sense. Kayla, it is time for Kayla's Olympic Minute. How are our boys and ladies in red, white, and blue faring? Lots of golds, right? All the golds.
I mean, all the golds in the world.
Every last gold.
We only do gold here in the U.S. I want to start off by saying, because I always like to bring some storylines to the table, too. Yesterday, that was wild. Lindsey Vonn. Here's a little update on Lindsey Vonn, because we all know she started her Olympics. I think it was like this past Sunday when she was going for the downhill event. And she had torn her ACL earlier before she got to the Olympics.
Yeah.
So she broke her leg and was airlifted. We all know that. Well, I just got like the latest update on her, by the way, if you don't know this. She has had, this is not good because it reminds me of Alex Smith vibes. She has had her 4th surgery on her leg since that crash.
Oh, God.
And you know what all happened to Alex Smith. Like, he almost lost his leg, like, the incredible comeback. I'm hoping it's nothing crazy like the infection, but having 4 surgeries on a leg is not good. But then she prefaces it by saying, had my 4th surgery, doing well. I'm eyeing an Olympic, or I'm eyeing a U.S. return. Not this year, but like, she thinks she's coming. I'm going like, Lindsay, we love you, but like, hang it up.
No one, like, people have already seen your loved ones and just fans have already seen you get seriously hurt twice.
Just don't do it anymore.
You've got nothing else to prove. And I know you're asking someone who's dedicated their life to this to walk away from something, and that's difficult for athletes to do. You can still compete in your own way, or you can still snowboard or ski or do whatever. Like, it's fine. You can do whatever you want to do.
But I'm like, don't put your body through that.
You don't. There's no reason. Protect yourself.
Yeah.
There's life after what you do.
There really is.
So, yeah, no thanks. I don't need to see her again, but I'm happy for the positive update.
Yeah.
And the positive mental.
At least it's good. Like, the surgeries are going well.
Right.
It's just a lot.
But You don't come
You
back.
don't have anything to prove.
Don't come back. You're fine.
We love you. Speaking of teams we love the United States hockey team.
USA.
The men's hockey team.
Woo!
That's right. They got started in their play. And again, this is like you have to do a little bit of a tournament.
Yep.
Like, they go through the quarterfinal, all of the stuff.
Just like basketball.
Exactly.
Pool play.
Yeah, pool play is what we'll call it. Ice play. You get what I said there? It's cold. It's kind of freeze over.
Frozen pool. Yep.
So they defeated Latvia last night. It wasn't even a game, guys. It was 5-1.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean, completely.
Take that, Latvia!
Completely demolished.
We
Latvia.
own ice.
Was that was the game where the person got arrested, right?
Yes.
That crazy story.
Whoops.
So yeah, some guy who had an arrest warrant from 16 years ago in Italy came to watch his country play and got arrested.
Got him.
It's the Olympics that just keeps on giving the oddest stories. I love it.
Which, like, come on, bro. You gotta know. Like, in 16 years, your arrest warrant is still gonna be out.
Exactly.
Worth it.
So leading the way, too, yesterday with 2 goals is Brock Nelson. So we'll see them continue play. Team USA, they will play today, I believe. Also playing today, United States women's team. They are in the quarters right now, and they are leading Italy currently after the first period 1-0. I think they'll go on to win gold.
Uh-oh.
So
Italy, home country.
I'm talking about United States winning gold.
I just saw a flash across the screen. U.S. has taken 20 shots. Italy's taken 2 in this game.
Are you serious? That's the shot count
That's the shot count.
We're dominating.
Whoa.
I'm guessing Italy doesn't have a very strong hockey program.
Nope. So let's give the medal count. Because guess what? Unfortunately, there was like nothing medal-wise that happened with the U.S. last night and currently right now.
Say it not so.
It was not a great night and current day part right now. Again, there's some events that are going to be happening. So maybe on Tuesday I'll get a lot more positive with
How far did we fall medal count-wise? Where are we at?
We didn't necessarily fall, but currently at the top of the standings in terms of the medal count is Norway.
They're back.
With 18. The Vikings
Great country.
are back.
Great country.
By the way, guess who got a bronze this afternoon? Our favorite friend Sterla and his fiance or his ex-girlfriend. He got another bronze medal.
Why is he getting medals after that? After saying on public,
it's a story of adversity.
International television that he cheated on.
I mean, he maybe he's not America's sweetheart, but he is the world's sweetheart right now.
So Norway and actually Italy also with 18 medals. So those 2 countries are tied. And the U.S. not far behind, guys. 14 medals.
That is kind of far behind.
I don't know. I mean, they've got some events here coming up. Again, you got to think of the hockey teams. They're going to have some success, I think.
They get past Canada.
I'm like Macklin Celebrini.
Macklin, our boy.
I know.
Speaking
of
which, did you see the cute thing that the NHL Twitter account is doing?
No.
So, because of the NHL used to be on NBC, now it's on ESPN and Turner, so NBC got beef with the NHL. So they're not letting the NHL use the rights to any Olympic clips.
Nice.
So the NHL is creating highlights from the Olympics in MS Paint and using it to animate the goals, and it's very cute.
Nice.
Okay, I'll have to go in and watch that because I did hear something about that. There is hope, guys. There's going to be some figure skating here soon. Men's singles.
Uh-oh.
Your guy?
Quad God!
Ilya? Is it Ilya?
Ilya.
Yeah, the quad god.
Quad God.
He's going backflip on the
I
ice
think he
again.
might get it done.
Give me the gold.
We'll see, guys. But right now, whew.
Okay, in terms of, we know total medal count, but where are golds, USA gold compared to everybody else?
Yeah, and they're still, again, in the medal count, they're 4 behind in total.
Yep.
In the gold, because gold means everything, you guys.
Yep.
They have 4 golds.
Uh-huh.
Above them, Italy was 6. And then, can you guess who has 8?
Well, it has to be Norway, right?
Of course.
Oh. So we're way behind in golds, too.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, Norway's got double our gold.
Yep.
All these biathletes
What has happened here?
who aren't cheating on their girlfriends.
What has happened to this country?
So, just keep the faith, guys and gals out there.
Hey, we're a second half team.
Okay.
We're a second half team.
That's
Just
what I'm
wait. We're
saying.
just getting warmed up.
We've got, like a week left, or more than a week of the Olympics left.
Couldn't you tell me? I have no idea.
Yeah.
The other crazy part, apparently Japan is running away with all the snowboarding medals. That used to be the USA's bread and butter, and now Japan's taking them all.
Yeah, the men didn't even, in one of the events last night, they didn't even get to the podium. So, yeah, that is interesting. Like, Japan's definitely dominating that
Are we
category.
falling off? Are we falling off as a country?
What happened with all the X Games stuff?
What happened to Shaun White?
Well, I mean, he got old, but
who's that? The next Shaun White's in Japan?
I guess
Never
so.
know. The flying red tomato is what they call them. Yeah, they call him the flying tomato. He has like red head. Red hair. I covered him in Bend, Oregon when he qualified for the Olympics in the Grand Prix.
Who's this?
Shaun White. And I interviewed.
They called him the red tomato.
Yeah, they called him the red tomato.
I was thinking someone. I was very confused what you're talking about. Got it. That's an appropriate nickname. All right. Well, Olympics are not going great, but it'll turn around. Don't you worry. When we're back on Tuesday after a 3-day weekend, the USA is going to have like 18 medals. Yeah. Gold medals.
I'm going to be a lot more energetic, too.
And we're going to make our own medals.
That's right.
If we lose, we just make our own.
Right. Maybe Matt can medal in hot yoga on Tuesday.
I'm not. Definitely not. I'm just going to hope to survive hot yoga because I lost my bet. But coming up next, we're switching gears to the NFL. ESPN put out their what they're calling overhaul tiers for the 18 teams that missed the playoffs. We'll run through the different tiers and talk about just what's going on with each of these franchises. You can guess where the Raiders are. At the bottom, down here, help us. But Fernando is coming to save us all in Raider Nation. It's Matt, George, Kayla Anderson starting the final hour of the week. Next, right here on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Ram Truck Month?
If you've been looking for the right hard-to-find Ram heavy duty, Hoblet has it, and at the price that works for you. Right now, save up to $12,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500s and 3500s. Plus, with over 400 new Rams available, you're going to find what you need at Hoblet.
Heavy duty seemed to be a strong point for Hoblet.
Absolutely. We are the only dealer in the area full of truck people. One of the many reasons we are consistently one of the top Ram truck dealers in the nation, and one of the only certified Ram truck centers in the entire country. You won't find a better combination of service and affordability in California.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$12,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $3,500 factory rebates and $9,000 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $2,000 select inventory bonus cash on select inventory, $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. 5 of the net savings. See dealer for details.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
When the game's over, the action's just getting started. Check out what's coming up on the Sac-Town Sports Live events calendar. On February 15th, R&B legends Jodeci bring the smooth harmonies to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Then, February 27th, get ready to laugh as comedy greats Dana Carvey and David Spade hit the stage at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. The next night, February 28th, check out Chris Isaac live at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. A night of timeless hits in that signature style. Looking for high energy action? March 7th, it's Thunder Showdown number 4 boxing at Thunder Valley. A fight night atmosphere packed with intensity. Then on March 15th, rock history rolls into town when Jefferson Starship performs live at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Concerts, comedy, and fight nights that bring the energy. Find your next big event now on the Sactown Sports Live events calendar.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Not even going to acknowledge it. If I choose not to hear it, it doesn't happen.
To the long weekend.
Love it.
Man. They need to retire this.
They definitely do need to retire
Don't
this.
they play it on the morning show?
Do they?
Well, I thought that's what
I don't
Dave
think.
said one time.
I don't think Verlaud would do this to them.
He used to do it. I don't know if he still does.
All right, well, let's talk football and save us from whatever this is. NFL overhaul tier, excuse me, not overalls. Although overalls making a comeback, I guess, kind
I
of.
used to wear those in
Yeah,
elementary
everybody did back in the
Yeah.
day. They're terrible.
They're awful. I would do like the one, the one clip? Like
Yeah, one
Look
clip and
sharp.
then one just flopping down.
Yeah.
That made it look cooler.
In my eyes, it did.
I mean, in everybody's eyes it did
Right?
because it was cool then.
Uh-huh.
It was not cool.
We used to. I don't know if this was just a thing.
But they're making a comeback.
From my generation. I'm not going back to overalls. Did you guys ever? I think it was more of a Scals did it, but we would like twin. Like we would plan our outfits and we'd like twin. It's probably a gal thing.
Yeah, I never did that.
Yeah,
Hate
we
break
used
it
to
you.
like match things.
Okay.
That quickly went out of style.
Yeah.
But like looking back, I do have like photos of back in the day and some of these like matching outfit things. And I'm going, what were we doing?
I thought wearing the same thing is considered like disrespectful.
Oh, I don't know if it's disrespectful. It definitely wasn't when we were doing it.
Oh.
But is that a thing now?
I don't know. Like if you wore the same dress, you gotta go change or something.
Oh, yeah. Like if you go to an event or something, for sure.
Like when someone wears the same dress as me, I get pissed off.
You're like, what are you doing?
It's my wedding. I'm wearing white.
Come on.
I'm wearing white.
Well,
go change.
That's the thing.
Oh boy. That you want to go down a rabbit hole of the internet, mother-in-law stories of wearing white to the bride's wedding. Oh boy.
That can get dangerous.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Got to be some videos out there or something.
I'm sure there is.
There's plenty. Well, speaking of weddings and love, Matt and Kayla want to make your Valentine's Day special with a chance to win a $50 gift card to Madison Avenue Florist for the perfect Valentine's Day bouquet. But wait, there's more. You'll also win a gift card for a dinner for two from Roosters on the River. But because we're not the drive guys, you don't get a $100 gift card to jewelry on top of that. So
What is that? I'm
know.
still so confused. Do they stack them like the morning show only gets flowers and then we get flowers at dinner and then the afternoon's like we get
No.
flowers dinner?
Morning
and
show
jewelry?
gets nothing.
no, midday show, we just don't care about you. We take the jewelry gift cards for ourselves, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Kayla's banking $500
I know,
in
right?
jewelry.
I
Hey.
come with all this Cartier. So
Yeah,
like,
where
that's
did that
way
come
more
from?
than 500, but
Where
yeah.
did that come from? Nowhere.
From
Nowhere.
Roseville.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I forgot that's bad. I forgot the name of our partner. It says it on that paper. It's in Roseville.
Help Kyle out.
Well,
I'm not supposed to know it because we're not giving it away.
It's not my paper because we're not giving it away. That's the drive, guys. So stay tuned for that. But right now, we're looking for lucky caller number 7 at 916-339-1140 to win this Valentine's Day bundle from Matt and Kayla. That's caller number 7, 916-339-1140 for our Valentine's Day giveaway the last day we're doing it. Because last show
know.
before Valentine's
Happy Valentine's Day to everyone,
Yeah.
by the way.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Why would you even ask that question?
I don't know.
I hate Valentine's
You're gonna
Day.
get punched for asking that, Matt. She's gonna kick you in the ding dong.
Okay.
Oh, I did do that back when I was young.
Of course you
To the
did.
kid on
Like repeatedly?
No, just once really hard. He fell to the ground.
Your brother or someone else?
No, my cul-de-sac friends. I grew up on a cul-de-sac full of guys. Surprise.
Oh, so that's how you turned out the way you did.
Probably.
So only one time you've resorted to violence of kicking someone in the
NFL overhaul tiers.
Yes, the kicking part, yes.
It is rebuild time for 18 non-playoff teams. I'm just reading the article at this point just to get us off of this
Good
conversation.
job. Way to be a pro, Matt.
Speaking of ding dongs,
Okay. So there are different tiers to this,
Yes.
right, Kayla?
Yeah.
And these are just sorting like all the teams that didn't make the playoffs,
Yes.
like just where they're at in terms of like the teams that could be right back in the picture versus teams at the bottom that are like, you got a long way to go.
Correct.
Right. So what, I mean, we'll start with the no need to panic tier. I'll just kind of run through these, I guess, and you just let me know what you think about these three. That's the Baltimore Ravens, who new coach, but Lamar Jackson's still there. Everything's still there for Baltimore. So I imagine they're fine. The Detroit Lions, I think, are still in a really, really good place. There's a lot of expectations there as well. They have to turn it around next year. There's some pressure on the Detroit Lions, let me tell you, and Dan Campbell over there. They can't have another season like what they just had. The Kansas City Chiefs being the third team is interesting, though, because, yes, they're the Chiefs, but what are the Chiefs now?
Yeah. And that's the big question, because you have Patrick Mahomes that clearly has to come back from injury. And, like, it's always a question with these stars that they already carry so much on their shoulders, but especially a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who has been the face of the Kansas City Chiefs and their success for several years now. And he clearly goes down with the injury, and he'll be back, but it's like, at what level will that be Kansas City Chiefs Patrick Mahomes? Like, you always have to question that when you have an injury like that. And so I think I start there with Kansas City. I'm a little bit hesitant in putting them in this first tier of no need to panic because, again, they're an older group. We don't know 100% what Patrick Mahomes is going to be like. I don't think he's going to fall off the edge of the earth. Kelsey, like, what happens with Travis Kelsey? Does he retire? Does he come back? And really, what is he if he comes back? They just need help offensively on that team. So that's the one on this tier that I probably would say I'm a little bit questionable about. Jalen Watson, also one of their top free agents. Do they sign a guy like that who's been really good defensively for them? So
ESPN points out that they still have a really, really good offensive line. Last season was marred by injuries, so the hope is, just like for the Niners or a lot of other teams, that health will be better for them this year.
Sure.
And they do feel that the draft is strong and deep in the areas of what Kansas City needs, because they're not they're not looking for an overhaul, right? They're looking for kind of some patchwork to get them back to where they were, and ESPN seems to think that the draft will have an abundance of that for them.
Sure.
So could be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing, though, why they're in this tier, honestly, and they're not maybe a tier down, is because of Andy Reid. I think when you do a lot in terms of the NFL and the benefit of the doubt, it either goes to the quarterback or who do they have as their head coach. And Andy Reid has been that guy.
Yep.
And so I think that makes sense if, you look at it with the coach too. They're going to put them in that tier.
So that's the top tier of the non-playoff teams. Do not panic. You will be in it. You should be fine. A turnaround is not, maybe even a probability for a lot of those teams. The next tier this is where things get a little more interesting. A few moves away.
Ooh,
now, I'm going to run through all of these teams that are in this tier, and you let me know which one you want to talk about. Cincinnati Bengals, Dallas Cowboys, Indianapolis Colts, Minnesota Vikings, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
5 teams in the a few moves away tier. I don't think they're in any particular order. It's just those 5 teams.
It's those 5 teams, but the question, and I have a couple questions about a couple of these teams. I'll start with Chris Watkins' Minnesota Vikings. Look, the question I have here, I really like Kevin O'Connell as a coach, and I think that he has done a good job when it comes to the help of some of these quarterbacks and what he's been able to do with a guy like Sam Darnold, who, by the way, though, they moved on from because they had hope in a J.J. McCarthy. Now, J.J. McCarthy, I don't think that they're going to completely give up on him, but at what point in the season, if it doesn't start catching on early on, are they going to be like, we got to move on? And that could really, I think, derail this team a little bit when it gets to that point. Or do you make a move of going and getting a Mac Jones and maybe securing that spot a little more? And even, have them battle it out. You never know what will happen, but at least then you'll have a guy that could step in, even if J.J. McCarthy wins the battle and kind of falls out of favor early in the season, then put Mac Jones in. I think, to really feel safe about this, I feel like they need to make a move at quarterback.
They might be wheeling and dealing around draft time, too, because they have 10 picks.
They have a lot of picks to work with.
So could you put together a big package of picks to move up in the draft or to go pry away? I don't think they're going to use a ton of them to go out and get a Mac Jones necessarily. But if you're a Minnesota team that wants to, hey, look, Niners, I know you need you need to plug a lot of holes there.
Sure.
We can give you multiple picks in this year's draft in addition to what you got. If you send Mac Jones over this way, like that's potential.
I think the Niners are also interested in picks.
Yes,
like
they
having
need depth.
A chance to, add to some of these positions. I think that's appealing to them. And again, they're going to play hardball with Mac right now and say, we're not really interested in trading him. I don't buy that at all. Another one in this category that I'm just kind of like a little bit, scratching my head at and just a few moves away, again, is the Indianapolis Colts. I get overall, like, they do have some really good depth at certain positions. And the line, you have to start with the line always with Indianapolis. Like, that is their bread and butter. They always just find ways to kind of reset their line. But the big question for the Colts for the past few years has been, who's the quarterback then? You can have the best line, but who the heck is throwing the ball? And Daniel Jones is a free agent. So he's coming off injury.
Right.
What do you do there? Do they go for Mac Jones? Steichen able to work with quarterbacks well? Do they go for a guy like Mac Jones? To me, again, if you don't have the quarterback figured out in this league, like, to me, that's like 3 moves right there in just the quarterback.
Yeah, did the way the season started for the Colts, the best story in football for the first handful of weeks?
It was.
Did that trick us into thinking this team is further along than they actually are? Because, like, I don't know. Like, if they're in this a few moves away category, I think they're barely in it. I recognize the talent that they have, but a few moves away, it might be right, but those few moves are pretty significant, including, like you just talked about, the quarterback position.
And I think they're also betting on, Matt, their defensive guys that were banged up. DeForest Buckner, who is such a force for them, and Sauce Gardner, who they clearly traded for on the back end. I think they're hoping they'll have some health so that maybe that makes it look better. But again, I think losing Daniel Jones in that momentum where we didn't expect him to be doing that. So I think that's where they got the benefit of the doubt because he kept doing it, but then he gets hurt and the whole thing gets kind of derailed.
I'm sure they believe they're just a move or a couple moves away, considering they traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
And also chose to keep Shane Steichen and that coaching staff around for another year when, you missed the playoffs, 3 years in a row?
Well, but to his credit, Kyle, like, I know they messed up on their draft pick. I'm blanking my mind now. The Florida quarter.
Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson. Like, he's completely a bust. And I think he did, though, like, have some success with Daniel Jones. So,
yeah, no. They had like a 92% chance to make the playoffs before their season completely imploded.
So
next tier is sneaky good trajectory. To me, that suggests teams that have the potential to just surprise us and make a little bit of a run. Like a turnaround is not far-fetched necessarily.
What do you got?
Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints. This one I agree with.
Okay.
The New York Giants.
That is the one I will have no issue with. And call me what I just did with Kansas City's coach in terms of having belief in Andy Reid.
Yep.
I'm the same way with John Harbaugh.
Yep.
The New York Giants hit the home run when it comes to the head coach and John Harbaugh. And I think with that alone, he kind of knows like how to do some sort of like a rebuild plan. Like he just knows how to be a head coach.
Yep.
And I think he's hired some good people, and I do feel like he has the quarterback if he can manage him, keep him healthy.
Yep.
And he has some other pieces. Cam Scatterbo,
our boy.
Yeah, Sacramento's own, and they'll get some health back on their side, I think. I agree with that. Do not know what they're talking about with the Atlanta Falcons. I don't.
Let's get to the Falcons and just say, just to add on to New York Giants really, really quickly, 7 draft picks, which is good. So they have opportunity to add on. The John Harbaugh element is a massive element. Jackson Dart had a really good season.
Malik Neighbors is going to be back.
Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterbo being back. I know if they, in my mind, like, I mean, this might have to go up on the wall. If they stay healthy, I think the New York Giants are a wild card team. Mm-hmm. I think they are. I think they're in the mix.
No, you're not wrong.
I'm really excited about that team. I'm very intrigued in that New York Giants team. As for the Atlanta Falcons, I don't see it.
I have a huge issue with this like sneaky good trajectory In what world?
And that's the first team they list.
What fantasy world are we living in? First of all, let's start with the cap space. Minus $12.7 million in cap space.
They stuck.
They are stuck. They don't have a lot to work with. They have just 5 draft picks, you guys. That's not good.
No.
But wait, they're good draft picks, right?
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
No, they're not.
They're sarcastic.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know, even if they were good draft picks, like for what they need this year, I don't think they're solving anything right now. Again, at the quarterback position, Michael Penix Jr., look, I have nothing against the guy personally. He's shot. He should have never been drafted in that spot. All the injuries from college should have told you he was a college quarterback, and that's what it was going to stand at. That it could never probably go to the next level in the NFL, and he couldn't stay healthy. So you have a quarterback situation to figure out again here. Their top free agent, Kyle Pitts, is probably not going to be around. Bijan Robinson, that's about the only thing that you have to like right now be excited about.
And do you consider just trading him and cashing in as much as you can now for a rebuild? Like,
I mean, maybe you guys, because it's admitting that you have to do that. And then, oh, by the way, guys, their first round pick last year, James Pierce Jr., is probably going to jail because he was just arrested last week on domestic violence.
But wait, Kayla, it's not like they traded this year's first round pick in order to move up and get James Pierce, right?
They did. What in the world are they doing in this sneaky, give me a break.
Okay, playing devil's advocate, they did win their last 5 games of the season.
Again, James Pierce Jr. was on defense.
That is also true. And they have Bijan Robinson and a pretty good offensive line.
See, the next tier...
But no quarterback?
Yes, you're right, Steven. Allegedly, Steven.
The next tier is somewhere between contention and reset. That, to me, screams Atlanta Falcons for what we just talked about. You've got pieces, but you got no cap space.
None.
You're kind of stuck. You're somewhere between contention and reset. By the way, the only team in that tier, according to ESPN, is the Washington Commanders. What a fall off from that great year.
In what tier?
Somewhere between contention and reset.
And that's right below this one that
Correct.
we're talking about? Okay.
Which to me is Atlanta Falcons. You have Bijan, which you can cash in on right now, just like the Raiders looking at Max Crosby and going, should we cash in? But we're not close.
Yeah, I don't get the fascination with Atlanta on this. I don't, guys. And the New Orleans Saints, I could probably say a little bit different with them, but they have minus $26.5 million in cap space too. They've been in cap hell ever since Sean Payton left. That's why Sean Payton left. They've been under in terms of minus money for a long time.
But they keep doubling down and doing things like signing Derek Carr or doing X, Y, and Z. But they have a young quarterback that some people seem to like.
I don't agree with Washington Commanders necessarily being in this category. I think
should they be higher?
I think Jaden Daniels, he had a bad year. Like, look, he was banged up. I know people don't believe he's going to stay healthy. I do. I think it was a bad year for them, and I still kind of feel like they could have a bounce back year.
I think it would make more sense for Washington and Atlanta to be flipped in this sense. However, it's funny, putting Washington in the sneaky trajectory is funny considering they already had their sneaky jump.
Sure.
So are they going to sneak again?
Yeah. And
double sneak?
I guess so, right? Because their quarterback was not healthy this year.
Yeah, I think Washington, we already seen it from the Commanders. They have potential to make some noise if things go right for them.
Yeah.
I will say the quarterback does mask some of your problems, but the Commanders roster is just not good. Their entire defense was just dudes that are 6 years past their prime, whether it was Bobby Wagner or Von Miller or Marshawn Lattimore. They're, again, the wide receiver room is Terry McLaurin. I saw their first-time offensive coordinator, David Blau, was our entire offense is going to be how do we get Terry McLaurin 10 targets a game? And I'm
they gave them a new contract.
I get they have the quarterback, and the quarterback masks some of the problems, but their roster has so many holes.
Yeah.
Next tier. I know you'll have some thoughts on this. In the middle of a rebuild, 2 teams in that tier, the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, no surprise here, but here's the difference, guys. Here's the huge difference. The Cleveland Browns, because of the situation with Deshaun Watson, they're still struggling from all the aftermath. They are minus $66.2 million in cap space.
Is that a lot?
That's insanity. to give you the opposite.
Yeah,
the Tennessee Titans have $78.7 million in cap space.
Money.
They lead the league in cap space coming into this season.
Robert Saleh's going shopping.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Bergonzi and crew, look, they've got 8 draft picks this year. Cam Ward has shown, like, if they can fix some of the offensive line problems, get him a couple more weapons, that he could be the guy. I think the Cleveland Browns should be at the bottom of everything.
Oh.
But that's just like going to say again, like the money that they have no money to work with. Jim Schwartz is gone, by the way. Like
Jim Schwartz would rather not work than work in Cleveland.
He's taking a year off because that's how bad it is. He didn't even want to go back and coach defense.
I think the Tennessee Titans, and maybe I'm feeling good about the Tennessee Titans.
Look, I'm okay. I did my job.
Kayla here every day, you know.
But in the Robert Saleh hire, like I love the Robert Saleh hire for them. I think the Tennessee Titans should be at least a little bit closer to the sneaky.
Welcome to the Sacramento Kings of the NFL. They will never get respect.
Well, I hope they have more success than the Sacramento Kings do. Let me tell you. Finally, the last tier. Welcome to the garbage can.
Trash.
Full-blown overhaul. You got the Arizona Cardinals. My Las Vegas Raiders, the Fernando Mendoza era about to begin. Yeah, the Miami Dolphins. And
the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
How big of a fall from grace are the Miami Dolphins?
And then the stinkiest of all stinky is the New York Stinkies, the Jets.
The Jets.
Jets, stink.
But the Jets have the number 2 pick and one first-round pick from the Colts. I don't know where that ended up.
Well, I apologize to whoever gets drafted number 2 overall to the New York Jets.
Yeah, I think the most fascinating one out of this group, guys, is definitely the Dolphins. I mean, you go from you thought you hit goal with Mike McDaniel, and you thought there was maybe a revival of what Tua could be, and now they're not going to probably be bringing Tua back. They have no quarterback. They pretty much, their offense is like non-existent at this point. And I mean, they have minus $27.5 million in cap, so they've got 8 projected picks.
See,
but
I know I'm letting the silver and black out a little bit, but
I'm with you on
got
this.
Almost $88 million in cap space. They have a big decision to make with Max Crosby. I feel like if they trade him, they are going to cash in to some extent because he's one of the top defensive players in the game. I hope they keep him around. They've got offensive weapons in Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, one of the best tight ends in the game already. They're going to have Fernando coming in. There's a lot of pressure on Fernando, don't get me wrong, but the number 1 overall pick, Cliff Kingsbury joining now and taking over. I think the Raiders deserve to be here in this tier, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think the Raiders are in a position where they're looking at the rest of the garbage around them and going, we don't feel like we belong here. And that's exciting for the Las Vegas Raiders as of now. I'm not going to get my hopes up too much, though, because it's still the Las Vegas Raiders.
No, I'm with you on this. I think that there is potential here for them to gain like some momentum, like as the season goes on, is what I'm saying. Fix that offensive line, right? Get that kind of working, get some free agents in there, get Fernando not killed, and kind of have the team grow. If you see progress throughout the season, like that's the most you could want to see out of a team like that. If Clint Kubiak is really the guy for them, I think that you will see that for sure.
So those are our tiers. Out of, I think we will both agree on the answer to this because we just talked about them in terms of the Tennessee Titans. But in terms of those bottom 2 tiers, and you're talking about the worst of the worst that you want to hitch your wagon to actually get you out of there.
Yeah.
In the 2 tiers of in the middle of a rebuild and full-blown overhaul. It's the Titans, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the Titans just because of the space they got, the Robert Saleh hire, although the Raiders might be the next tier behind them, or next team behind them. Because I would not put, truthfully, I know they're the worst team in football last year and the number 1 pick, but in terms of where the Raiders are at, what they have, new head coach, maybe I'm crazy. I see the Jets as just bottom of the bottom stink. The Dolphins are tumbling down. The Cardinals are tumbling down. Am I crazy to think the Raiders are going this way? Upward?
I don't think you're completely crazy, Matt.
Not at the rate of the Titans.
I don't think you're completely crazy. I think they've done some really good moves here in the offseason in terms of fixing some things, but they've still got plenty of work to go.
I'm doing it again.
But again, if you can get the quarterback in there, you feel like you got the coach, you have some Ashton Genty, you've got some pieces, Brock Bowers.
I'm doing it again. I'm giving myself hope.
We're hyping each other up.
I'm doing it again.
Oops, I did it again.
Yep.
Raiders edition.
Yep.
Here we go again.
Literally since that song came out, every year.
I'm gonna get Geno Smith week 2, where it's like, look, how good they are, and then no. Not my boy Fernando, though. Fernando's going to save us.
Fernando's younger.
Fernando will save us all. Coming up next, it's Kyle's Curveball. Before we wrap up the week with Crosstalk, Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles of the Drive Guys join us. We got 30 minutes left before a 3-day weekend. Hallelujah! You're listening to Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The President's Day Sell-a-thon is on at Folsom Lake Ford. And with your approved credit, get 0 down, no finance rates, plus huge factory incentives on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford. Tell them Coach Christie sent you. See dealer for details.
It's President's Day sale time at Big O Tires. Now through February 22nd, buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Plus, you'll get our industry-leading ProTech Plus warranty for free. Disposal fees extra that go with other offers. See Big O dealer for pricing.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
This President's Day Sell-a-thon, your California Ford dealers are celebrating with savings. Now through February 16th, the award-winning Ford lineup moves those who move the nation. For a limited time, get the biggest deals on an incredible selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks. Like the Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Or the adventure-ready Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, with GOAT modes that go over any type of terrain for the great outdoors. And check out the iconic Ford Mustang and its exhilarating performance. To the ones who keep America moving, these President's Day Sell-a-thon deals are for you, and it's your chance to save on your brand new Ford vehicle. Hurry in today to your local California Ford dealer. The President's Day Sell-a-thon ends February 16th. Based on S&P Global Mobility 1946 to current U.S. total new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs.
You remember me from a show called And Joe? I'm back on the radio, Sacramento. It's Joe Mami, and when you need your new country fix, join me weekdays from 6A to 10 for the Pat and Cody with Joe show on New Country 105.1 KNCI or on the free KNCI app.
From Sony Pictures Animation, the studio that brought you Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, comes GOAT, the original action comedy set in an all-animated world. The story follows Will, a small goat who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros. Executive produced by Stephen Curry. GOAT in theaters today.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Before we get to Kyle's curveball, here's a curveball of the story from Shams from ESPN. Free agent Malik Beasley has signed with Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican professional basketball team.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't know he had a team.
Didn't know that either.
But Malik Beasley is now the star of it. So
got it.
Or maybe he isn't. Who knows?
Who knows?
That's very interesting.
Bad Bunny's a hooper. And a wrestler, too. I showed you clips. Bad Bunny has been in WWE.
Which I really liked that. I thought that was great, that clip of his introduction.
His entrance when he wrestled in Puerto Rico.
That was cool.
Oh, he's the best. All right, it is time for Kyle's Curl. 30 minutes. 30 minutes to a 3-day weekend, Kayla. We're almost there. All of you listening on before this holiday weekend, we appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, we've made this Friday as fun as possible for you before an even more fun weekend that you are about to enjoy. And right now, let's enjoy a little bit of a curveball from one Kyle Ledbetter.
Okay, first of all, can I just point out that the Bad Bunny, I just Googled the roster for the Bad Bunny Puerto Rican basketball team, the Santurce Crabbers. Former friend of the King, Hassan Whiteside. He's a Crabber.
Let's go.
Okay. John Jenkins, he played in the NBA for a bit.
Yep.
He's a Crabber. Ian Clark used to play for the Warriors. He's a Crabber. So Bad Bunny, he's got some pull on these teams.
That's interesting. All right.
King's legend. Two-time King.
What's
Hassan
the
Whiteside.
league called again? Crab or their team?
No, the Crabbers?
The Crabbers, I think, is the mascot.
Love it.
I'm coming for you.
Are they crabs or people who fish crabs?
I don't know.
Because I think crabbers are people who fish for crabs.
Get pinched.
Well, we're cutting that.
Yes, that's awesome.
All
right. Kyle's curveball, and it's going to be a little NBA All-Star edition today. I have a fun game I think you guys will like after this, but first we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up here for NBA All-Star. I'm going to put 90 seconds on the clock to see if Matt and Kayla can name the last 10 All-Star Game MVPs.
Oh, God, no.
You got 90 seconds starting now.
I don't even remember who.
LeBron James.
That's one, 2018.
Jason Tatum.
Steph Curry.
Yes, and yes. Steph Curry twice, by the way. So you've got 2 on Curry and 1 on Tatum. You've got
Kyrie
4 to
Irving.
10. No for Kyrie.
James Harden.
No for James Harden.
Russell Westbrook.
Yes, Russell Westbrook, 2016. You've got 5 out of 10.
Shea?
No SGA.
No, I don't think Jokic cares enough, but we'll do Jokic.
No Jokic.
Dame?
Damian Lillard, 2024 with the Milwaukee Bucks. So you've got 6 out of 10.
He goes, ugh.
You're missing 2017, 2019, 2020, and 2021.
Donovan Mitchell?
No Donovan Mitchell.
Not Luka? Did Luka ever do one?
Luka has not won it.
Yeah.
So far you've gotten LeBron James, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, and
Durant?
Steph Curry twice.
Oh,
Durant,
yeah.
2019.
Can't believe we didn't have him first.
So you're missing 2018, 2020, and 2021.
Man,
Trying to think of
20 seconds.
Matt, you're gonna save us on this.
No, I don't think I am because I don't care. I didn't watch.
We don't care.
We do not care.
Few stars were missing here.
I can't remember.
Not Devin Booker. How about an MVP? We ran out of time, unfortunately. 7 out of 10 for Matt and Kayla.
It's an all-star thing.
Yeah, I don't care.
We missed 2017 Anthony Davis.
Oh.
2020 Kawhi Leonard and 2021 Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, how do we not get Antetokounmpo?
Because I don't care.
Dang.
All-star MVP means nothing. Anyway.
All right, well, let's see how much better you guys do in this game. We are going to play All-Star or no All-Star. I'm going to give you names of various NBA players, and you're going to tell me, have they ever made it to an NBA All-Star game? The distinct honor. Have they had the privilege of gracing the floor for the NBA All-Star game or not?
Okay.
We're going to start off with number 1, Mike Conley.
Yes,
Mike Conley.
He was a one-time All-Star, and everybody celebrated it because he finally got it.
The Ohio State great.
He was an injury replacement.
Matt's got exactly right. 2021, Mike Conley was a one-time NBA All-Star.
Remember, everyone celebrated it. It was like Leonardo DiCaprio winning an Oscar. It was like, finally, Mike Conley's an All-Star.
He is a great dude, though.
Great pull by Matt on that one. How about Kristaps Porzingis? Has Kristaps Porzingis ever been an NBA All-Star?
Yes, early with the Knicks, I feel like. But
we have to say when?
Unless he was hurt.
Nope, just yes or no.
I'm making
Matt's going for clout.
I was like, I'm definitely not going to be.
I'm talking through it in my brain because the best Kristaps Porzingis was early in his career with the Knicks. Then he got traded to Dallas to play with Luka, and it all went downhill.
I'll say, could they be named, but then they were injured and didn't play? That's
yes,
just
that
detail.
counts.
Yeah, I would go.
Or you can be an injury replacement.
I'll say yes, he did.
We are correct.
Okay.
Kristaps Porzingis in 2018 was an NBA All-Star.
That's a long time ago.
With the New York Knicks. Good pull, Matt.
That was the only time he was like, because when he started his career, he was a beast with New York. They didn't win, but he was a beast. And then he got hurt a lot.
All right, next up we have DeJounte Murray, the current Pelican.
No,
I'd say no on that too.
DeJounte Murray, a 2022 NBA All-Star with the San Antonio Spurs.
Really?
That's terrible.
Boo.
Yes.
DeJounte Murray got in before De'Aaron Fox is disgusting.
DeJounte Murray is the distinct honor of being an NBA All-Star.
Gross.
All right, next up, how about Derek White? Has Derek White ever made an NBA All-Star team?
No, he is not. Nope, he is not.
Kayla, you agree?
No, he's not.
Gold medalist in the Olympics, Derek White, has never made it to an NBA All-Star team. It's unfortunate
So that's a dinger for us.
Oh,
No,
sorry,
we got
yes.
it right.
Well, I guess, yes, you guys were right,
got it
but
right.
he's never made it, so you should have gotten a ding. That is correct. Next up, how about Kayla's guy, Vanderbilt, Darius Garland? Has Darius Garland ever been an NBA All-Star?
Yes, because I talked to him literally right after that. Yes.
I'll trust you. I don't remember him being an All-Star.
Well, that was a good poll by Kayla. 2022, Darius Garland was an NBA All-Star. So,
DG.
Kayla pulling weight for the team on that one.
Go.
Next up, we have Darius Garland's teammate, Jarrett Allen. Has Jarrett Allen ever been an NBA All-Star?
It would be when he was in Brooklyn. Well, no, his best year was early in Cleveland when Evan Mobley wasn't quite the beast yet.
I don't think he
I
has.
think he's.
Okay, I'll go with you because you're way more in that.
Come on, Kayla, think for yourself.
No,
I have never.
How about this? Kayla, you go first.
I don't want to be blamed.
Well,
Matt's the NBA expert.
there is a part of my brain that is saying he has, but I cannot vision it. So
No,
I'll go with
we'll
it.
go
I'll
with
go
it.
with it.
We'll
He
go with
has
it.
been an All-Star.
Kayla, do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys got it.
All right, see?
I knew
there
it.
we go.
2022, Jarrett Allen was an injury replacement for the NBA All-Star in Cleveland.
Yep. Very early Cleveland. He was a beast that year.
An excellent pull by you. All right, next up on our game, how about CJ McCollum?
Yes, CJ McCollum has been an All-Star.
CJ? Yeah.
Blazer.
That
One year.
Trailblazer?
When he was with 1 year, I think he and Dame made it in Portland
That's
together.
exactly what happened.
I'm pretty sure. Might be wrong.
This must be a Mandela effect because CJ McCollum is a 0-time NBA All-Star.
Disrespect.
CJ McCollum never made the NBA All-Star team despite averaging 20 points per game every season of his career.
That's a snub.
Dame got all the love in Portland.
This is a real Mandela effect for Matt there, that he envisioned Dame and CJ sharing the court.
I did too, though.
No, never happened. CJ McCollum, never an NBA All-Star.
Sad.
Last two more I have on the active player list. How about Tyler Hero? Has Tyler Hero been an NBA All-Star?
No.
No. If he has and CJ McCollum hasn't, I lose faith in this. Well, I already know All-Star's dumb, but it's even more dumb. No, he has not.
Nope.
Tyler Hero, a 2025 NBA All-Star.
Actually, no, I remember that.
Yes, he made it over Zach LaVine on the last spot
I
last
remember that.
season
No,
on the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
Shame on me. I should remember that.
Last one.
As soon as you said 2025, I knew it.
Yeah, last one. We have Kayla's husband in a dream once upon a time. How about Aaron Gordon? Never won a dunk contest, but has Aaron Gordon made an All-Star team?
It would have been his time in Orlando.
Right? And I don't know.
Because he's not making it in Denver over
No.
or with Jokic
No.
and Murray, unless Murray was hurt enough.
Oh gosh, I want to.
I'm gonna say no.
Say no. No.
Be opposite. One of us will win.
It's your husband.
One of us will win.
I'll just say yes.
Yes.
Aaron Gordon, a 0-time NBA All-Star. Never won a dunk contest. Never made an All-Star team. All right, now we've got some a few old-timers here to go through real quick. Let's start off with, let's go Andre Iguodala.
Oh.
Give me Iguodala.
From the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Iggy with the Denver Nuggets made it.
Well, you're half right. Iggy with the 76ers made it to the All-Star team in 2012.
Really?
Arizona Wild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought his best years were with Denver, other than the championship years in Golden State.
Next up, we have Jeff Teague. Did Jeff Teague ever make it to an NBA All-Star team?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'll go no.
Yes, I think he made it the year that Atlanta was the number 1 seed. I think he made it.
Matt is correct. 2015, Jeff Teague was a one-time NBA All-Star.
Because I'm trying to remember who all from that team made it. Because Al Horford was on that team.
Yep. Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap was on that team. Joe Johnson was on that team.
I think Kyle Korver made a random All-Star
team. Again?
2015.
Okay.
They were the number 1 seed. Like Kyle Korver was on that team. He was a bucket, but they got rinsed in the playoffs. Like they were extremely good team during the regular season, and the playoffs just fell on their face. Yeah.
I do actually have one more current player, but he's kind of an old head now. How about Fred VanVleet?
Oh.
It would have been with Toronto.
Toronto, for
sure. And he would have snuck in.
No.
I'm going to say no, but I think no, he had a really, really good season. I'll say yes. He had one really good season. Couldn't tell you what it is, but he had a really, really, really good season.
So you're going yes?
Yeah.
Kayla?
No.
You're going no.
You changed immediately. I love that. I'm not going to be wrong again. Yes. Kayla, you go yes? No.
So you don't trust Matt on this one because Matt's answer wasn't confident.
She shouldn't. It's not a confident yes.
I'm going to go with no.
Fred VanVleet, a 2021 NBA All-Star with the Toronto Raptors.
Big old fail.
We're short on time, so we're just going to do a quick fire round. I still have a Sacramento Kings round for us real quick.
Do the Kings.
Yes, real quick. We'll start off. Rudy Gay. Did Rudy Gay make an NBA All-Star team?
With the Kings or just
in period?
General? Yes, he did with Memphis.
Matt, you are incorrect. Rudy Gay, 0-time NBA All-Star.
Because he played with Mark and freaking Zebo. I should have known that.
Yeah. How about Kevin Martin, our friend Kevin Martin?
No, he did not.
Not even after leaving Sacramento?
With who, Minnesota? I'm going to say no.
You got it correct, Matt. 0 All-Stars for our friend Kevin Martin. Meta World Peace?
Yes.
Yeah, 2004.
Yeah,
good poll by you guys.
Meta.
How about our friend Black Falcon, Harrison Barnes?
Ooh,
no, he is not.
No.
If he made an All-Star team, I'm gonna be shocked because I genuinely don't remember him ever having an All-Star caliber season.
Would have probably had to be the Warriors, right?
Yes, but he was not a top guy on the Warriors ever.
Well, you are correct. 0-time All-Star Harrison Barnes.
No shot.
Last but not least, our friend Stingers Up, Mike Bibby. Did Mike Bibby make an NBA All-Star?
Mike Bibby made it. Wait, did he do it with Atlanta? Or no? Wait, hold on.
He's trying to guess the team.
Because he didn't make one with Sacramento. He never made one with Sacramento, and it drove me nuts. So, did he do it with Atlanta, or did he do it with
Vancouver?
But that was
Vancouver.
No, I don't think he was an All-Star before Sacramento.
So you're saying no.
I will say I want to say no, but it might be with Atlanta.
I'm going to just say yes.
I feel like I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I think I remember him in an All-Star jersey. I'm going to say yes.
Kayla, are you going to follow Matt?
Oh, yeah, I said yes.
I should know this. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
No All-Stars in the long career of Mike Bibby.
Damn.
I believe he has like the 7th most minutes in NBA history of a player without an All-Star.
There are some snubs for sure.
Damn. Big shot, Bibby.
This has been Kyle's Curveball NBA All-Star Edition.
Sorry, Mike. When we come back, Whitey Gleason, Alan Stiles, the Drive Guys wrap up our week and start their final show of the week. You're listening to Matt and Kayla, Sac-Town Sports.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Chrysler's President's Day sales event?
It's already starting to warm up, and that means we're going to go outside and enjoy all California has to offer. And there's no better way to do that than a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Right now, you can lease one for $399 a month for 39 months, which includes a $6,000 Hoblet discount.
Oh, man, those Jeeps look so good, and they're so much fun.
It's true. There's nothing like a new Jeep Wrangler, but whatever you're looking for, you can find it at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. with over 200 vehicles available and almost 70 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HoblettDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$6,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon after $6,000 Hoblet discount. $399 special lease with $39.95 due at signing plus tax, license fees, and dealer accessories. 7,500 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over for well-qualified buyers with 720 plus FICO. Must finance through Stellantis. 3 is net savings. Sample VIN 205-698. See dealer for details.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. For service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider. 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
If you're serious about your golf game, then you need to know about Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Whether it's the TrackMan-powered player performance studio for your best fit clubs, or the cutting-edge technology putter fitting studio, or the free Ballnamic ball fitter and 3D foot scanner, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop offers you total game fitting from head to toe with equipment and apparel. Find your advantage at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop with the latest offering of new golf products in Northern California. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Let's hear it for him.
Yeah!
Let's go.
We made it.
Let's hear it for the crew.
3-day weekend on the horizon. Mm-hmm. Y'all still got to earn it.
I see it.
The drive guys still got to earn it.
It's full, too.
Full day. Full day Friday.
4 hours.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
I was going to say, do you have 4?
Yeah, we got full 4. Yeah, no. I want 4. I want 5.
Me too. 4.
I want 6.
Don't say that.
Sometimes
Alan,
we stay here
for
hours
and we
still
just
do the show.
And we just,
Of course.
just throw things off of each other. Yeah, and nobody ever hears it.
Yeah.
It's called The Lost Files. It's on our Patreon. You can pay for it. But
Lost Files.
you can pay for it.
Is it sports talk or?
It's just everything.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's we kind of open it up.
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
Can I just say something real quick? Because I want to give a shout out to the station, the company in general, because every now and then we'll get lucky with stuff, and I'm going to get to take my little one to see Disney on Ice, right?
Cool.
So we're going to go on Monday. We have not this again.
I'm a skate.
I love this.
So I have no clue. She's not even 3 yet, so
That's Mark.
we might only make it. I don't know how long we're gonna make it, but it's gonna be a nice, fun day. My point is, though, I don't know how Ticketmaster is still getting away with you need a different login for every team. How are we still doing this? I get the email. Hey, Alan, here you go. Here are the tickets. Cool. You got to log in to your, I guess, Kings version of Ticketmaster. You log into that. Then I go to the Ticketmaster app. It kicks me to the Kings app, which I then have to download to get the Ticketmaster Kings tickets. But if I were to go buy a Raider game right now, that's a different login.
I know.
Alan, I can help you with all that, but I'm going to need your login.
Which one?
All of them.
No.
Yes.
It depends on how much you want us to help.
How are they still doing this?
I don't know, but I had the same thing when I would do like the Braves stuff back that like I'd have my Braves tickets, like my National Predator. It's the same thing. I don't know why they have not made it more simple, but and then I'm like logging in at the gate, like it's like
it's
whole
ridiculous.
disaster.
Yeah, so and then
know.
I go to download the Kings app. It says 9 minutes. I've never had an app take 9 minutes. So I go back on the normal website, take the tickets from there, and now they're on my phone. And now the Kings app is still downloading on my phone.
You can't even screenshot them anymore. That's the worst part.
No.
I know.
I miss those.
It
days.
literally says, do not, it will not work.
They have a little bar that goes through that doesn't let you screenshot it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you'll capture the bar.
Well, maybe there's more to the Kings. The Kings app not downloading.
Does the Kings app still have the cowbell on it?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I get
tanking?
it.
Are you saying the Kings app is tanking?
I paused it.
It's taken.
It's ridiculous. I've never had an app take
That's really-
9 minutes.
That's bizarre.
16 gigs, huh?
So it's not working, man.
Possible the internet in the building is not.
I don't think
Friday.
that's
Fully
it.
functional.
No,
today.
There's plenty of bandwidth today. It's not a lot in use today. But I got it, I got it taken care of, but I can't believe Ticketmaster's still doing it.
Well, that's going to be fun. She's going to love it.
She's definitely going
Does
to
she
love
have a
it.
favorite yet?
Right now, yeah. Well, she likes Wicked, but that wouldn't be what's going on there. She loves, we did Little Mermaid, but honestly, she thinks she's Simba. So it's Lion King.
That's awesome.
We watched Lion King, and Disney Plus, it was freezing because they tried to remaster it and make it way too clear. So you got to dumb it down and make it. I'm like, this is how it looked back in the day.
Yeah.
With the VHS version, it worked fine.
Right.
So she loves Simba, loves Nala. So whenever the Lion King pops up, she'll be ready to go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
She'll have fun. I remember those days. I loved the ice.
I've never gone.
Oh,
I never
cool.
did one.
It's cool.
Yeah. It's going to be lit, though.
What time's her bedtime, if I may ask?
Well, we're going to the 12 p.m.
Yeah, the show's in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
There's like 4 a day.
Okay.
They're cranking them. I don't know if it's the same Simba or not. I hope we get the good Simba.
Understudy Simba?
Yeah, I mean, actually 12 p.m. I don't know.
It's just like a yellow.
bottom
they just
tier.
Throw a yellow cat
Exactly.
on the
Yeah.
I don't know if
There.
they're saving, for 7 p.m., but you can't do 7.
You're going to get the Maxime Reynaud lineup of Simba of
Wow.
the Lion
What?
King.
Whoa,
The Maxime Reynaud, Devin Carter, Dylan Cardinal lineup.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Kyle. Leave them be.
What, you're going to get the rookies out there instead of the main squad?
Leave them be, Kyle.
The
All
You're going
right?
to find Disney on Ice?
Russell Westbrook Mickey just flies through a barricade.
Dude, Russell,
Just backflips.
give me Russell Westbrook on ice skates all day, every day.
Look, man.
Seriously.
If what in D2 Mighty Ducks, when
love
the guy
Mighty
that
Ducks.
couldn't stop, I forget his name,
Yeah,
but that
maybe
would
it
be
was
Russ.
James,
That would be
yeah.
Russ. Just all out,
Yeah, he
all
would.
day. So sorry, didn't mean to hijack, but the Ticketmaster thing. How?
It's ridiculous.
That's it.
I
I'm
agree
done.
with you on
That's
that,
what you're
though.
doing for your weekend. Are either of you paying any attention other than like obligation for show purposes, any interest whatsoever in USA versus World All-Star Game?
Boycotting the whole weekend. If I was even considering paying any attention to it, I'm out now because Maxime Reynaud got snubbed again.
Yep.
With Carter Bryant.
You're right.
getting
Carter
chosen.
Bryant, he just started playing.
I know.
Yeah.
Like literally.
He's replacing Cedric Coward.
That's crazy.
Are you? Wait, my boy Ced's not playing.
Yeah.
Max is like 5th on the NBA.com rookie ladder right
Yeah.
now too. 5th on the rookie ladder, but not in the game.
But it's
Honestly,
not about merit. They're just going down the list of the draft picks.
what?
They're just going down the list of who got picked at the top of the draft and selecting
that's
them.
wrong.
And that's right. Well, if that's the case, then that's wrong.
Really
Well,
wrong.
I'm telling
And I will say this. I am boycotting.
Oh, you are too?
My buddy Schmal and Miles might have to watch the 3-point competition.
Well, he kind of has to.
I mean, there's some bonus funds out there, but that's it. That's it. But
I
will not be watching.
Is Schmallen gambling on Drewski again like last year?
It was Kai Cenat. Get it right.
Yeah, you can place wagers on the celebrity game, and Schmallen Miles partook last
year. Take the Amon-Ra St. Brown over.
Schmallen actually sponsored a trip to Costco for Allen last week.
Like I said, thank you.
Schmallen?
Thank you, DeMario Douglas. He's our guy.
So nice of you.
His guy.
I wonder what the over-under is for Shams points in the celebrity game.
Oh, my gosh. 1.5.
I don't care. I like Shams, but ESPN just puts 4 personalities out there and they just plug them in and they keep on just pushing them in your face.
Jay Will's playing and he says he's going to really play.
I have some anger problems.
We can get you in the game.
No, they put their personalities out there. There's 5 of them, and they just don't take them off the TV.
Yeah.
Give it a rest with some of these personalities.
Earlier on the show, Alan, I knew you were listening, but I'll reiterate it to you just in case you forgot. Kayla said she wants to go into the locker room to hype up Team USA to give them to care and beat Team World by yelling at them.
Okay.
And while hiding behind me.
In case they come for me. Because I'm feisty. I can get them.
So you're feeling Olympics are going on. You're feeling a lot of pride.
I really am.
You want to, get it done. Well, KD put it on the overseas players. So I guess USA, he's kind of putting them on blast that they better show up.
I thought that was
And
awesome.
if they don't, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Behind Matt.
He's the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Kyle's the getaway car in case they come for me. It doesn't go well.
If I'm the bodyguard, we're all getting killed. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
We're going to die.
It is a Freaky Friday.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are donezo. Coming up next, a full 4-hour show. What we got?
Rick Barry.
All right.
The basketball player?
Yes.
Oh!
The basketball player.
Rick Barry on the show. What time?
He'll be on at 3.
3 o'clock, and we asked the question, is the tank saving Doug Christie's career as a coach with the Sacramento Kings?
Don't miss it.
Alan Stiles, Whitey Gleason, the Drive Guys, getting you ready for the holiday weekend. For now, we are out of here. Matt and Kayla will see you on Tuesday at 10 a.m. See ya. Peace.
Friday night, and I feel all right. The party's here on the west side.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case?